Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YeeHaw Lads podcast, episode number 96 that Marcus was so excited about so he could reuse these cheap gold balloons that he had to buy for $69.
Hey, man, they held up pretty good. I barely had to reinflate them.
How many exploded? How much confetti is there all over my floor?
One of the
They all
one of
look
the
like
confetti
sad elephant
balloons
penises.
They're absolutely ruined. They've been laying on the floor
so gross looking.
for 27 weeks.
Yeah.
Somehow they still had some air in them, but
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
Went to go take the tape off one, and it just kind of blew up, and all the confetti went everywhere.
And then on other news, Andy brought some suspicious drinks for us.
Yeah, I guess I can tell the backstory of this.
Would you like to
So,
give a quick explanation?
my buddy
my
Dominic
ass.
worked with a guy called Toothpick.
Okay. I'm
They
interested.
worked on a solar farm up by Rockford.
I'm guessing Toothpick had no teeth.
He actually had all of his teeth. He's a pretty cool dude.
Okay.
He's from down, I think, in Mississippi, but he's got a buddy in Louisiana. That's where this drink is from.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The flavors available that this man made were root beer or cherry crush,
Moonshine.
moonshine,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Peach, pineapple, root beer. Did I say root beer
You
already?
said root beer
Okay.
already. Root beer 2.
Root beer
New and
3.
improved.
Root beer the sequel. Strawberry lemonade, which is what we have here. I think there was one. Apple pie.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Dom ended up. They were $40 a jar.
That's
Dom ended up
healthy.
buying a dozen.
What a guy.
He bought a case?
Because he had like one or two other bottles, and his whole family was like, "You need to get more of that." He's like, "Okay," and he's like, "I didn't do the math. I didn't realize this was $500 of liquor."
Whoops.
So his buddy came up. He was looking for campers. There was a couple of them in this area, and he's on the way up to Minnesota. He drives everywhere. He's a nuke plant guy from Mississippi. Drives all over the fucking country, but. Yeah. So he was, bootlegging us for us. So
Let's see what this tastes like.
it's pretty good. I had a couple sips already because Marcus was too busy yapping before the podcast.
Yapping.
That's interesting. I don't taste a lot of booze flavor.
That is so. Everybody said, or from what I've gathered from Dominic talking about it, especially the root beer. The root beer you can't taste any
At all.
But yeah, for the most part, it's not. You won't taste it, but it'll fuck you
It
up.
reminds me more of like wine.
Kinda, yeah, yeah. This one specifically because
yeah,
of the
it's
strawberry
got that,
flavor
like,
for
fruity-
sure. Yeah.
Well, it is all fruit,
Well,
essentially.
yeah.
That was very interesting.
Not bad,
So-
not great.
And
I
here
wouldn't buy $500 worth
Well,
of it.
like I said, apparently, I got the pick of what anybody didn't want because there were a couple like call outs because you got two of each type. So I was like, I'll take the one that nobody claims. There was only like two options, 2 or 3 options. I'm like, I'll take the strawberry lemonade. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
it's still pretty good.
yeah. So yeah.
And here I was going to take it easy tonight because I got tuned up last night, and here I am
What the
doing
hell
it
did you do
again.
last
What
night?
did you do last night?
So I got invited to an event kind of last minute. Otherwise, I would have told you guys.
An event.
what
It
the
was
fuck?
it was awesome.
Cool. Thanks for
And
inviting
you guys
us.
missed out.
Cool.
So this was at Stone Jug Barbecue.
Oh,
It was
eh.
a fundraiser kind of thingy. It was a wild game feed. So
What?
So they had wild game on buffet style, along with like
Oh.
some raffles and stuff.
Who invited you?
Michael, he was just like, "Hey, you want to go to this?" I'm like, "All right, sure."
Nice.
So the menu was oven roasted walleye with lemon dill butter, duck breast and wild rice casserole, elk medallion beef stew, alligator etouffee with rice, bear bolognese served with tortellini, wild turkey pot pie, turtle soup.
Do
the
you get one of
classic.
each of these?
It's buffet style. You just walk up and take whatever you want.
Garlic herb pheasant.
Wild boar sliders, goose Philly sandwiches, bison smoked meatballs with sweet chili glaze, garlic herb pheasant, and candied bacon duck bites.
I literally every single option on this
That
sounds
elk medallion.
Every
I'd
single
fuck that
option on
up.
this sounded
and
good.
everything there was delicious.
And you had one of everything
I
almost.
had 2 plates full
Yeah.
of literally, I just walked down and scoop. It
Yeah.
was, everything was Now, Stone Jug makes delicious food
Yeah.
anyway.
Correct. Yes, they do.
Because it's all smoked meats and this and that, so they're really good at it. Everything was
$25 a
outstanding.
plate. It said.
It was $25 a person because they also had like gun raffles and some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
It was a benefit for the Central States Baseball, whatever that is.
Neat.
If it's a travel team.
Yeah.
or
No
what,
one cares. I wanted the food. And the
Oh,
guns.
exactly. It's like
And the possibility of possibly winning a gun.
the tickets for the guns were extra.
I,
They're so
figured,
the-
I figured. Yeah.
So your first drawing, like you got $25 was your entry, and you got 1 ticket that goes into a giveaway for a guided pheasant hunt at Briar Knolls, which is like a famous.
It's a
pheasant-
very, very big hunt club. Yes.
Yeah. So that was what your first ticket got you. All the rest.
Actually, I used to hunt there when I was a kid.
Yeah. Did you shoot pheasants there?
Yes, out by Amboy, I think.
That adds
In
up.
the area?
I don't
Yeah.
know where it's at.
Yes,
but
I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, they release birds for you. It's very it's
Wow.
it's rich Chicago person hunting.
that's why it's guided hunt because
Yes.
it's very well
Yes.
done. But
I don't know. When I
Yeah.
think of guided hunt, I think like, hey, huff your shit.
No,
We're
there's one
walking-
dude who knows what the field numbers are, and he says, "Hey, whatever you get,
you're
they'll
going
give you a
here
dollar
today.
amount, so the dollar amount will cover X amount of birds unless you pay for more, because it's usually I don't know, 10 or 12, 20 bucks a bird somewhere in there.
Some
Good
fee.
Lord.
It's cheaper than buying a fucking chicken from the grocery store, or just about, and you get the experience of hunting it. So whatever. Either way,
Yeah,
Depends on where you hit
Yeah,
the
it's like-
fucker.
yeah.
or if you hit it. But yeah,
But yeah, like the guide will essentially walk you a good route through whatever fields. Like usually you'll buy the fields. You say, hey, I want to walk through this, and then I want 20 or 30 birds. However many.
however they work.
Want to pay for essentially. Yeah.
Sure.
But sometimes you won't always get them because the place is big enough to where there's like run over. So a couple birds will go from your field to somebody else's, but somebody else's can also go to yours.
Yeah.
So sometimes you leave there with fucking 30 birds and you paid for 10.
Yeah, it's kind
Just
of
because
luck of the
because
draw.
everybody else around you paid for way too many birds.
and they spooked them all out and they ran to yours.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was what your entry fee ticket got you. Inside there was like 5 guns on raffle. The tickets were $20 a piece.
That's
Okay.
not
per
bad.
gun. It,
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
it wasn't that bad. And then there was like tip boards and the usual stuff. So my plates cost me like $200 for food.
Yeah, because you
went.
went and wanted to fucking win guns.
Because you got.
It's
a benefit for some
Hey,
kids. Or something.
I spent it was $100 a person for 2 duck breast and steaks at
That's
fucking
this is
Woody's.
true.
So it's really not a bad deal to have that big of a variety of
This
shit.
was so much better.
Oh, I believe it.
And
yeah.
it was you can tell it's real like game that was shot because
Yes.
Michael bit into some steel shot. One of the duck bites, he's like, oh my god, almost
yeah,
cracked my
I believe
tooth.
that. That's
What
funny.
the hell was that movie scene? Somebody's eating, I think it was turkey, and he had the turkey leg, and he's spitting the lead
babies
shot
out,
out.
Yeah.
Well, got that. And
Yeah, lead shot's okay because it won't shatter your teeth as easily.
Yeah.
Steel shot hurts.
Yeah, do.
But yeah, we were there for like an hour and a half and we drank like 4 or 5 beers. It's like, all right, we gotta stop.
Yeah, it is Wednesday.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday afternoon. I'm like, I still have to go to Royal King after this. Like,
Oh,
I gotta focus up a little bit. But that was like, he's like, hey, you want to go to this? I'm like, all right, sure, whatever.
they
It
got
was.
nothing better to do. Fuck
If
it.
they do it again, we're going back next time for sure. That was
Absolutely. I
awesome.
would love to.
Yeah, but and then this Saturday
Was it
is
just you two? Nobody else?
me, Michael, Aaron, and Mike D.
Okay, nobody got a gun. Nobody did nothing.
None of us won anything.
I saw
We
they
all
were at the
lost.
bar last night. That makes
They-
so much
when
sense.
they left there was one guy who won 2 tip boards and the 50-50 raffle.
Fuck
He
that
walked
guy.
out there with like $500 in cash.
Love that.
So he's like, oh, let's go for a drink, this and that. Like, all right, we'll go for one. I'm like, well, I'm going to go home then.
Yeah.
We know what all
Somebody's
that
got to be
means.
responsible.
I was home by like 8.
Yeah.
And it's like 9:30 and like Aaron's posting on his Snapchat. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I saw
thought
that they were at the bar. I didn't even realize what time it was,
Yeah.
or like why they were at the bar, and it being Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just like, I texted him
But
like,
yeah.
I thought it was just one more drink, fellas. He's like, yeah, we're still here.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not glad I didn't go with him because I would have spent all night there and been ruined today.
Yeah.
But so that was my Wednesday. So I was gonna take it easy today, but apparently I'm drinking moonshine. So
Well, yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
mean,
Oh well.
we just got a pregame for this weekend. Because what's this weekend?
Gun-
Ducks Unlimited.
gun bingo.
Gun
Gun
bingo.
bingo.
Bungingo.
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 Oh, no.
I might be slurring like that by the end of it. Let's be honest.
I say that's gonna be a long day, but
Yeah.
gun-
I'm fully expecting just the whole day.
I'm
It's like
so excited.
the average person here's like, oh, you're playing bingo. You're like, well, that sounds lame. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have 2 or 3 games going at the same time, and then also drinking.
Yeah,
So-
Michael's like, I'm buying 3 cards. I'm like, you're gonna be running out of time.
Oh
dotting
yeah.
these
I was
things.
thinking at least how many games do they do?
It's
It's
eight
eight
games.
games.
Okay, but you can do
You could,
multiple
buy,
cards.
you could buy
Buy.
multiple cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cards cost more, obviously. But, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Do we know how much more?
I don't know. You don't.
I know how much my tax return was. I could fucking go
And he's
broke
winning
at this place.
everything.
Oh, I hope so.
Fuck, I had to pay in again this year.
When drinks are like $2 or $3 and everyone's
Yeah.
eating food and drinking and playing, it gets out of hand real quick.
Yeah.
And somebody calls a false bingo and the place goes nuts.
Yeah.
Aaron did that last year.
Oh.
He was one number off and
Yeah,
called it.
yeah.
Then the next roll he actually got it. Everyone's like,
You're fucking lying.
exactly. It's so much fun.
I was glad I didn't drive last year.
Yeah. And this
I
year
was
you're on
fucking
call, so you're
sloshed.
hosed.
Are you going to be the DD? I hope. Well, you're going to drive yourself, ideally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on call essentially, so
If
you have
I
to be able to leave.
okay, so here's the deal.
Mm.
If I get called out for work and I have to leave.
We gotta smack the fuck out of you and sober you up.
That
Cold water.
and y'all can play the rest of my tickets.
Yeah.
But I'm putting a fucking M on them, and if you win, that's my fucking gun, damn it.
There's no way to know who's gonna know.
I'm gonna put an M on it.
Nobody's gonna know.
I will.
They're gonna know.
Oh damn! Every card got ripped in the same spot that yours did.
I'm gonna take his M, turn it sideways, make it into a B. I'm like, sorry, man, I don't know what happened.
Fucking horse shit.
But yeah, it sounds like we're gonna go there. Like doors open at noon, games start at 2. After that, it sounds like we're going to get sushi afterwards. So it's gonna be a day.
Sick.
Oh, whiskey sours.
So it's gonna be a day for
Yeah,
sure.
thank God I get paid. My tax return's coming.
Which means Sunday we ain't doing shit.
Oh, I'm not. I was gonna text my uncle and be like, "Hey, you want to work on the house?" I'm like,
You think I
maybe
better
in the
move-
afternoon.
better
Maybe
see-
that's a Sunday night type
Better
of deal.
see how Saturday goes first. But
Yeah.
speaking of Saturdays and stuff, what have you guys been doing in the last couple of Saturdays? Because we didn't get a chance to talk about anything last weekend.
What did
or
I do last Saturday?
Last week's episode.
Last
because,
last Friday we worked on Michael's car.
yes. So
The
last
engine
week's
was
epi-
out within 20 minutes of me getting there. That's really about all that there was for that.
Yeah, last week's episode we were talking about Nick's cruise, which you haven't listened to it. You should go listen to it. 'Cause
Yes,
we get awfully rowdy
literally,
towards
yeah,
the end.
we ranted the whole time. We bullshitted the whole time.
We said like
Yeah.
backstory for the first half an hour, kind of explained all the things, but the end of it, we were getting tuned.
Yeah, we were
up.
just fucking yapping.
If you haven't listened,
big
you're missing
yap
out.
fest.
It got
big yap.
I brought it up multiple times so far of like that was a very good episode of just bullshitting.
yeah,
so.
like you have to explain all the things for the audio listeners, but towards the end, we were just out of control. It was
It's pretty
great.
good.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about any of the things that we got done.
Yeah, which was fine because I didn't have anything honestly.
You had only 3 pictures, and they were of the same thing.
Yep.
I was with Marcus all weekend, so I knew exactly what he did down to the T.
The fuck did I do?
Painted your wheels.
Hell
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're going to talk about that now since you brought it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Get
I
off-
painted my fucking rims.
Okay, what rims did you paint?
So the
donor cars
the donor
rims.
car rims.
Yes,
Okay.
and you put snow tires on them.
Why?
Yes.
Yes. Why are
For
you
rally.
doing these things?
Because that is my set of rally tires.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into it.
Did I ever send you the picture of the donor sitting up in the fucking air?
Yes,
You did
Yes,
last-
and it's
oh,
only
okay.
on the
It was
it's
only- it was-
barely on the
It
blocks.
had
and
settled.
yes,
It wasn't touching the
yeah,
front blocks or whatever.
Yeah.
We'd seen that I don't know 2 weeks, 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago, whatever.
I
But
Whenever.
we have a good handful of pictures because when
took
you're
a
doing
lot of
when you're
fucking
doing
pictures.
paints and stuff,
Yeah.
it's like here is immediate progress every step, every
Yes.
couple of minutes. So we got a lot of cool pictures, so we're just gonna put them up, and then Marcus can yap over them.
So yeah, we got the rim. Well, a rim off that car beforehand on the right hand side, and then on the left that was
Finished through the media blaster.
Yes.
not completely finished. So I got like 90% of all the schmoo and shit off.
So we have a rotating steel shot blaster.
Yeah.
It's got a drum in the middle that rotates real slowly. So
Mm-hmm.
you can set a wheel in there. It'll throw steel shot at it, kind of like a sand blaster.
But
Yeah.
with
But
steel.
it's steel, not sand, so it's more
And also
aggressive.
automated. You don't have to do the
Exactly.
blowing of
Yeah.
the gun.
Yeah, you set a timer for 15 minutes, click go, and just let it run for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you take them out, rotate them, put them in a different
It's done
spot.
very good with everything else that I've known
Yeah.
to go through.
It did a
so.
great job on my steel wheels for my truck. It's done
Yep.
great on these so far.
Yeah.
We were kind of worried about it tearing up the aluminum a little bit.
Yeah,
with it
we
being
threw
steel.
a like solid block of aluminum in there first, and that fucker cleaned up real nice.
The block I use for our H-frame press to push like round things.
Yeah.
It's got dents all over it. I'm like, throw it in there, see what happens.
Yeah.
And it came out great.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so I threw them in the shot blaster to get them nice and cleaned up.
do we have a total amount of time they spent in there? It was probably like 50 minutes a piece.
It was a
Yeah.
lot because
3
the-
cycles of 15
It was
minutes.
more
Yeah.
than that because the last rim took fucking forever to clean up.
Like I don't know if the vacuum system that's supposed to pull the dust out also picks up a little bit of shot at a time.
Which it
Oh,
didn't
I'm sure,
because I
yeah.
cleaned the vacuum trap out and it was
Yeah.
all just dust.
we might need
Yeah.
more in it, but I mean,
I think you just
yeah.
need more shot in it.
it's a 10 horsepower thrower motor. You could put a
Yeah.
bunch in there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know if it's overloading or not, especially
Right.
since we haven't used one of these before now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does do a fantastic job.
It does a really great job. I was very impressed when I took the first rim out and it was completely done.
Because it got most of the all the clear off of them,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the dirt off of them. All you had to do was like use
Get
one
in
of those,
the little edges and stuff.
one of those like hard black eraser wheels.
Yeah.
Not the solid ones, the one that have like the paint stripping wheels.
Yeah, paint
They're kind of like
stripping wheels.
a chorus,
Yeah.
look like a sponge almost. You'd hit it once with that and then put it back in for like 5 minutes to finish the texture.
Yep.
They came out really nice.
Yeah. One of the other pictures, it was right before I put primer on it. It really shows how
So
well
go
it
to
came
the,
out.
Go to the next one, see if that. Oh, that's primer.
No,
so.
that's primer.
So this is self-etching primer.
Yep.
because
2 coats.
it's bare aluminum with a decent prep on it, but self-etching will just dig in there and hold it really nicely.
So you can't see any noticeable ripples or dings and dents and stuff. I can see a casting mark up there, but that also looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
So
this?
so it means there's no.
That's a stamping. Or,
stamping. Yeah,
Or it's made
casting
to
mark.
be there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good because you can see that clearly. That means there's not a lot of oxidation around it.
Yes.
So it means the shot blaster did its job.
They cleaned up very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, we were kind of concerned about it first, and I was very impressed with how it came out. So you did, coat of
2
primer.
coats of primer,
Was it 2?
self-etching.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, it was technically 1 fully, but
Yeah.
I did the top, the inside, and then the barrel.
I got you. That's
So-
true. It covered the whole thing up. Oh, here's the one
Yeah,
from before.
there was the one. So yeah, before to
Full
after.
screen, but like very nicely textured, very clean.
Yeah,
Like,
uniform finish.
everything looks very nice and smooth. No
It
big.
looks honestly glowing in this picture.
Yeah,
I mean, the
it's also
the paint
in the
booth
paint
lights
booth.
are bright.
Yeah,
Especially with a bunch of
yeah.
side light and stuff.
Right,
It does look
yeah.
It does look pretty nice sometimes, but
yeah.
yeah, they cleaned up very nice.
Yeah,
Very consistent.
but yeah. So
2 coats
primer, 2 coats
Yep.
primer, inside and out.
Yep.
Then I did a base 2 coats, if you want to call it, of black.
Of 2,000 degree high temp black.
Yeah, high temp black. 'Cause
specifically.
that's what I had, and I really liked how it went on and stuck. And
Satin finish essentially.
yeah, well, and the nice thing is so like when you spray paint primer, it only takes like 5 minutes to like really tack up.
Yes.
This was the same.
Oh
way.
yeah.
So it tacked
Yeah,
up
that makes
real
sense.
fucking quick.
Let's say the primer absorbed a lot of it. It held really
Yeah.
nice. It looked really nice. There was no runs. I don't think any of the primer ran, or primer or first coat of paint ran at all. I think it was very.
No.
I don't think so. I think it was all held very well.
Yeah. So yeah, got those done. Again, that was face, barrel, and inside. So
You're painting these Thursday. Yeah.
it did run once.
You got one little dimple.
one
on the
little
one,
dimple,
but-
and I sanded it down and fixed it.
Yeah.
This was over like the course of like a.
This was
week.
Yeah.
It was pretty much
Yeah, because
from-
Thursday I got here and it was all, or you were
Last
that was-
Thursday, I was finishing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday we were cleaning the wheels.
Yeah.
Last Thursday we were finishing them.
Yeah.
The Thursday before we had started cleaning them.
Yes.
Yes.
We
yes.
cleaned them
Like 2
Thursday,
weeks.
worked on them
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
Yep.
but-
Yep.
So here's
Yeah.
your little cardboard template.
Which was a bitch to make, but finally made one.
So you made this for what reason, I guess?
So
To
I
not
didn't
overspray the
Yeah,
back.
I didn't want a shitload of gold overspray on the interior because, again, not like I'm like, oh, these are show car wheels or whatever.
It's just
but like,
cardboard though, so you might as well.
Oh, I mean, there's overspray, but
Yeah,
like
but not
from
nearly-
from
yeah.
standing
'Cause
5
you're-
feet away, you're like, damn, that looks pretty good compared to like you having a shitload of overspray.
because you weren't trying to paint the barrel and further back
Correct.
gold, you were just doing the face of it.
Correct.
Yes.
So you didn't want to have like random streaks of it from behind
Yeah.
the spokes
Yep.
and stuff. Makes it look a lot cleaner, and you don't have to use as much gold paint,
Yeah,
which is good because we found out that gold paint does not go very far.
it's thin as shit. Oh, you did a time lapse?
Yeah, I did.
Well,
quick-
going over black too, it's you have to literally do all of it gold.
But you can see him walk circles around the thing, and it slowly starts to transition color.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing like 3.
Yeah, that's
full
over. That's
passes.
probably half can.
Pretty damn
It was-
close. The worst part about this is these cans fucking leaked.
You
Yeah.
hate these. Let's see if I can get it one of the freeze.
And then
frames.
like you would
you
get
can
it.
see that they're like the fancy top squeeze
Yes.
trigger cans.
Don't like them. Fucking hate them.
Marcus is so pissed at them. That's his fucking.
Because when you let
The
okay,
only
so
good
like on
paint
a normal
is 2x fucking whatever
It
is.
is.
on a normal fucking spray can, the minute you let your finger go, it
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah.
This it does not. There's like a half second after where it takes that trigger to fully reset.
because it's
Yeah.
swinging and not
it's
just pressing.
fucking stupid, and they fucking leak everywhere, and then they get little drops and drips of whatever mixing,
Which we'll see, I think,
solvent solution.
When you have the lineup of all the cans, you'll probably see it on there.
Yeah.
But you end up taping towels to them
Yep.
to slow the drips.
Yeah.
well, so it didn't get everywhere, including my fucking hand.
Because the first thing I'm like, just rip that top off, put a regular nozzle on it. Of
Can't
course,
do that.
the top's a slightly different size.
Yeah.
The nozzle's a little bit bigger. It's just so
Or
close.
sometimes it's recessed, and so you need you need
yeah.
like the male end instead of the female one that you have.
You
Yeah.
need like a
Yep.
brake clean style tip, not a paint can style
Yeah.
tip
Yep.
or whatever.
Yep.
But so here's how we ended up at.
yeah.
It's awfully gold.
So now, mind you, this
This is also
Before clear.
No, this was after a fresh. I just sprayed the
Yeah.
piss out of this with clear.
This
coat.
is
Okay,
wet,
yeah.
wet, and
Wet-
the paint
wet
booth
with clear.
lights glow. It makes it look
Yes.
like in person. You're like, oh, it looks pretty good, but in the paint booth, it's like glowing.
Yeah.
Your
It's-
camera can't handle
Yeah,
it.
they're very bright.
It's more of a gold like on the wall, honestly.
Yes.
Like at least looking on the the TV that we're looking at
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
it's definitely more of a regular gold than the ignorant like the shade of white gold.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
The TV's a little like greenish tint in here. It's kind
Yeah.
of, I need to fix it one day. But
Either
you've seen them
way.
in person. They look
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely more of a standard gold than what it looks
closer
like.
like the Coors Banquet can, like a very solid
Yeah.
like yellowish gold, not
Closer by a lot.
a blatant weird
Should
color.
get a cold beer when I'm finished with my moonshine.
Feel free. That's what the fridge is for.
But yeah, so got all of
This
them.
actually does it much better
Yeah.
justice.
Well, I don't know if I sent the one. We'll have to see. If
Either
not, I
way.
can send it. I took a picture of them all lined up when we were out of the spray booth, and I turned the brightness down.
You adjusted your saturation stuff.
So it looks more true to life.
I had to do that to all of mine I took of them because they just
Yeah.
don't look right
They
in
don't.
the pictures.
Yeah.
They're too bright.
Yep.
Which LED lights
Understandable.
all over
Yeah.
the paint booth makes
Yeah.
it do that.
Yep.
You can
Yeah,
see our little
so,
setups all staggered on buckets.
Got them all done. Put them on buckets at the end. I literally had a like setup process. So like, I would put the rim spoke side up onto
Fender stands.
fender. No, they
No?
weren't on fender stands. What are the sawhorses?
Oh, okay.
And then I'd paint them, and then I had fender stands that I wrapped with paper
towels.
towel to keep kind of
Keep it from sticking.
yeah, aggressive
Because
shit
the
on
Fender
there.
stands have like a foam liner.
Yeah, and they've been sprayed over God knows
a
how many
bunch of
fucking times.
with different colors.
So
and
then I
stuff.
would take them by the barrel and I'd flip them over and I'd spray the inside of the barrel, and then I'd go out and spray the outside of the barrel, and then I would, move it to the next one, and then by the end it would go back on.
You were so much nicer to yours than I was to mine.
Yeah.
I would take my wheels, set them on the ground, and roll them. As I'm rolling, I would spray like the inside of the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Roll them back, spray the
I was
outside
like,
of it.
I did kind of the same that you did, like putting it on a bucket, but I did it in one go. I laid the face down on the ground, did the inside, because I had to black, whatchamacallit
Plasti
everything,
dip.
plastic dip
Yeah,
everything.
plasti dip.
Yeah.
So they were fully black all over. It didn't really matter how the black looked. I just laid them on the face, did the entire inside barrel in one shot, flipped them over, did the face, waited till those were dry the next day, did the same thing, laid it back on the face, did the inside, threw them back on like the bottom. Like there was a lot of extra shit, but like you'll never see the inside. I also
No.
didn't prep mine I wire wheeled them. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even care.
No. And plastic dip is kind of a different thing than.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot more material build up with plastic dip
The
over paint
real
and shit,
only
so.
reason why I kind of like,
prepped the shit out of them.
well, I took my time and tried to do them as nice as possible. Again, at the end of the day, like paint's already coming off of them. Like when they put them on the balancer,
Because the balancer just has a cone that sticks.
it's
into
a
the center of
rubber
it.
cone, so most of it
Yes.
came. But like, there's a fucking ring there now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But again,
I wish I could have got some pictures before this. But again, they're just gonna get covered in shit and
Correct.
they're beater
have
weed.
rock
You don't even have your
chips
hubcaps
and-
yet.
No,
Got 'em.
I'm painting those right now.
Yeah. Either way.
But yeah, so got them all done, and then
I said that was Sunday at like 5 something. So
Yeah.
we were gonna go to dinner at like 6 next
Yep.
door over at the bar. And then I'm like, I'm up here editing thumbnails and doing whatever. And Marcus comes up looking like a sad little fucking puppy.
I was pissed.
I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, I fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
what'd you do?
So me
Here's
being a
what you did.
dumbass, so instead of picking them up by the barrel that was dry and setting them on the ground and then taking a broom handle and pushing the fucking
That piece of cardboard that was
out,
stuffed in there.
I stuck my hand in there like a bowling ball,
to
picked
push
them
it
up
out.
from the center, and then tried to push it out. And then totally didn't think, oh yeah, all these fucking coats of paint are still semi fucking wet,
and
and
just
so I'm gonna smear the piss out of it.
tore up
With your
half
2 knuckles.
half
yeah.
the paint
Yep.
here, chunks of paint there.
Yep.
There's a chunk down here on the side you can't see, but
And like the inside of where the center cap goes was all fucked up and nasty.
luckily you only did it to the one.
Yeah, I learned my lesson after that. I'm like, fuck.
But it's like we spend all weekend get them just right. Like I
You could have just left them right where they were
That's
and
what I was
called
gonna
them
say.
good
I'm like,
enough.
you didn't have to move them. You could have. I could park
Yeah,
outside.
but
It's
Marcus
fine.
just does too much sometimes.
He's trying to be
A
so
lot of
polite.
times.
He's, I'll clean up and move all my stuff out of the way so
Nope.
I'm not in your way. Dips his thumb in the paint.
Yeah, I guess that's what I get for trying to do shit the right way.
But yeah, it was a damn shame. We're just
I
like,
was fucking pissed.
I'm
that
like,
was
I'm like, just don't
sand and
touch
redo?
'em. I'm like, leave
whole thing or no?
No, just that spot.
spot
yeah.
correct.
It actually cleaned up very nice.
But I'm
That's
like,
good.
don't touch them anymore. Let them set up fully. Then
Yeah.
we'll sand. Don't try to like smear it back flat.
Yeah,
It'll
no,
ruin
yeah,
it.
definitely give it a day or two for it to
You know,
really.
your fingerprint ID's in here now. But
Yep.
yeah, it is what it is. Little blood, sweat, and tears. Mostly
Yep.
tears. A lot of tears.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I was pissed.
Tires.
tires.
I got all my
Snow
wheels.
tires. Same ones you run, Brian?
Same tires as mine. Bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Sumitomo.
Sumitomo Ice
Oh,
Edge.
Ice Edge.
They are chunky tires.
They're fucking nice.
They're so soft.
I'm so excited to see how these feel on dirt.
I can't imagine that they won't feel anything other than great compared to what you did last time.
Yeah.
True.
Now the
Yeah.
problem is the dirt out there turns into like hard pack rubber real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
But considering you have 38 pounds in these tires and on the car they're nearly flat,
Yeah.
looks awesome.
But again, so first rally, tire wise, we went from beat to shit studdable snow tires.
You mean the ones that were on your car?
Yes.
Those were like the worst snow tires too.
Yes.
I don't know what brand they were, but they looked
Well,
awful.
the fact that we drove from Burlington, Vermont up to Maine, and then from Maine all the way from New York, and then from New York all the way fucking home
in the summertime.
in the summertime,
on
and then
winters.
I drove it around that entire winter and then into that summer for rally season.
Yeah. On
Yeah, they were
winter
beat to
tires,
shit.
They were junk.
And then I went to these Ironhead, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
whatever.
they're called. I
Cheap.
don't know. Cheap
Yeah,
ass
Ironhead
tires.
Reflexo ones or whatever.
Yeah, something. Yeah, reflexes.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Hopefully
I'm gonna have some fucking grip, and so like I'm very excited to get into some corners and stuff and go, oh fuck, there she is.
Oh, when I turn the wheel, it turns.
It
the
actually
Well, the tires
turns
will
the
grip, but
vehicle.
now the body roll will just be like, that's the next bad part.
Body roll's a benefit with all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It puts the traction to the fast tire,
yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
That's a myth. I don't know.
Something
But-
like that.
So that was all Sunday, and then you came back. What was this, Thursday?
Thursday.
Start
Yep.
fixing your.
Yeah. So Thursday I sanded them down with 220 sandpaper, just very nice and light. Just got them down to where it was smooth to the touch.
Yeah.
And then just recoated them in gold.
Just slowly clean them back up.
Yep.
Here's your lineup of destruction.
Which
here.
I went through another can of gold,
3 cans of primer, 3 cans of black high heat, 4 cans of gold, 1 can of clear.
5 cans of gold,
'Cause you ended
and
up buy- you
one
ended
and
up
a
buying-
half cans of clear.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
before you bought the
Yeah,
last can to
yeah.
finish it.
Yep.
So
You could see his little tape job I was talking about here.
yeah,
There's a
the
shop
first
towel
one was
wrapped
fine.
But look how gold these triggers turned.
Yeah, like you can even go to the next one. Go
Oh,
to
is
the
there
next
another
can.
picture?
No,
Oh,
the next can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one?
Nope, the next one.
This
The next
one?
one.
That one.
one.
Like, look at how fucking much paint's on there.
Yeah, on the
On the
paper
trigger.
and shit. And
Yeah, it's just everywhere. For
Yeah.
a trigger that's straight black
So
like this one,
Rust-Oleum, what are the
Universal-
Universal Advanced Formula?
matte metallic, you know, this,
yeah,
Do not recommend.
yeah.
Unless
now,
you're willing
like,
to
Buy
drip
regular
it.
fucking paint.
If you're
cans.
spraying something standing upright, oh, you're fucking golden.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're spraying something flat and the can is down, yeah, you're gonna drip solvent and
You're gonna
paint thinner
sweep
on
across
shit, and
something.
it's a fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, considering every other coat worked great, just not
Yeah,
these cans.
it's a real kick in the fucking nads.
But would you redo it with a different color? Because I don't think I would.
No.
They look so cool.
There's not a lot of good gold spray paints, I'll be honest.
So-
That's why I went with Plasti Dip.
Yeah.
So.
Also, in the process, and again, I did some thinking about this over the
Oh,
week.
You got to stop thinking.
I think this is the quickest from idea to basic model to final production 3D print I have ever fucking made.
well, it's because normally you overanalyze and overthink the shit out of it.
Well, no, I start very simple
yeah.
and then I build upon the processes as I go.
This is also
So
one
as
of
far
the.
as I know, you didn't really like these. Just kind of worked and they looked good and they were
the
and you
final
painted them.
product was my second rendition.
Yeah.
And the only thing that was different is instead of 100%, I printed it at 102.
so it's just a little bit bigger than what you
yeah.
designed.
That's it. Everything they fit great.
To be
The-
fair, you had these stock hubcaps to model
yeah,
these off
yeah,
of.
yeah, but still.
Yeah, no, it's still very good.
Yeah. So I made Andy some that all say shitbox, and I
Correct.
painted yours up and everything. And did you put them in?
Yes. Yeah, I put them in that
I
night.
said you guys put them
How'd
in.
they fit?
As far as I know, they're still in.
Cool.
Oh, they fit good. Yeah, I had to tap them in with I had to
Yeah.
use a dead blow. I think one of
I
them got
kinda
in like 90% of the way, and I'm like, I just don't want to break it with like punching it with my fist or something. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just grab a hammer and tap it in.
Yep.
Yeah,
it
the
in.
rest of them
That's
they were
what
very
I was
snug
kind
fit.
of hoping for
Yeah.
because
because you put the one in that was blank, and
Oh, I
then you
just
put the
fucking
shitbox
kicked it in.
one in that was that I left in.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, how the fuck do I get this one out? And you're like, you have to take the wheel off. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
fuck no, I don't. You don't need this back, right? So I used a fucking like a nail puller
You
pry
say,
bar.
I told you like run a screw in there and then pull it off.
I don't
on
think
the
it would have.
screw.
I'll be honest. For as hard as I was pulling on this pry bar,
It was
I
tight.
literally dug bashed the pry bar through the 3D print and then pulled it out of the wheel using leverage.
Nice.
And it took. I was fucking with it for a couple minutes. It's strong.
Cool.
It was toy.
So that means they're not gonna fucking come out once I put them
Perfect. Which you don't want them to.
Nope.
So yeah, no, I think you're good.
Yeah, yours
So.
never need to come out.
So yeah, my printer was fucked up in the process, but I fixed it.
You're just
Yeah.
having a hell of a time.
That's just printer things, you know.
No,
No,
mine's
it's-
just fucking stupid.
It's because he wants the BL Touch on his Swiddle Auto bed level, but then the wires break, so it gets
It
lost.
didn't
and-
break. It wiggled loose. So then every time it did a specific, if the head moved back and forth very quickly,
shake the wires.
it would shake the wire enough to where it would turn the BL Touch on and off, which
Yeah.
would send the probe down. Which, if there's
Ah.
something in the way, it's gonna jam up and then layer shift.
Mine doesn't have that problem. I don't have a BL Touch, and it works fine.
I fixed it with some fucking heat shrink and a zip tie.
Hey,
Stiffen up
whatever
the wire.
works.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Hubcaps look good though.
Yeah, but
This
here's
was
a-
your fixed wheel.
Here's a finished.
yeah, this was my fixed.
I think
one.
it was this the fixed one or is this
Yeah.
the first finished
No,
one?
you're right. That was the first fully finished one that I did.
And for the most part, it looks
Pretty damn good compared to what they used to fucking look like.
Yeah, the pictures of them to start with don't even do them justice. They were
Nah.
bad.
And what's funny is those rims were in better shape than my current rims that are on their stock.
I know, and now you want to clean up your stock ones.
I do, which we're gonna go into that because I have pictures of what I think color wise I should do.
Well, we'll
keep
on
going through the
silver.
pictures.
Keep on
Like,
scrolling.
Oh,
They are.
that's from last
Oh
week's.
yeah.
Yeah.
These are our shot glasses.
Yeah,
that Marcus
so
got
when
from
I
the-
went from the Uranus Fudge Factory,
Yeah.
these were the shot glasses.
Get it?
Got
Uranus.
everybody. Poopy ball joke.
Uranus fudge. Anyway,
Next one.
wheels.
Oh, look,
Holy
there's my old man
fucking-
standing there.
I did see him up there during. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. I drove uptown and I saw his Jeep there and I saw him standing out talking to the owner. I was like, I know who that is. I'm like, I know what he's doing. Actually,
I know that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's them all mounted up and fancy.
Yeah.
Looks so cool.
How fancy and nice. The next one was
Just kind of stanced up next to it.
yeah.
They're the same size tire though. They're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
225 60 16s or whatever, right?
Should have went
60
bigger.
or 65s.
Yeah, same.
Whatever. Potato, potato.
That was
so
today.
before
Yeah, here's his stock wheels, which we were talking about how bad
they're
they look.
horrible.
Yeah,
These
there's-
pictures do not do them
Like
justice.
here's the
They're
only
not
clear-
supposed to be digital camouflage.
no.
Yeah, here's the only clear coat left on the wheel.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
think I took a top-down picture of the front drivers, and it's
And
fucking
here's
bad.
the transmission pan
It's
leaking
fine.
all over my
We're-
floor.
We're gonna fix that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Gold wheels.
Looks so cool.
There's so much color correcting going on in this picture
Yeah,
because
there
it's so
is.
bright out.
Is.
The sun comes in at a perfect angle and ruins all the pictures.
Yeah.
But I mean, the gold looks good.
Gold on red.
The gold on red looks
With orange with
awesome.
amber headlight markers.
It's just I hate this half trim on these cars.
Yeah.
If it was
I know.
straight up red, this would look
Oh, it
so
looked fucking
drippy.
tits.
I'll spray paint the whole car.
I did look into that.
Spray painting the whole car.
I found a supplier who sells the original OE correct color match.
It ain't gonna match.
Yeah.
Your car's faded.
Your car's 20 years faded and yeah.
The original color code
Yeah.
Yeah.
and enough to respray the whole car.
So a gallon.
For $1,000 in paint.
It was like $680.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automotive grade
No.
paint's expensive.
And I was like,
That's why I use
Yeah, you
track
either
paint.
you just
But-
redo the
but-
bottom in a different color than tan.
it came with primer, the red, and the clear coat.
You don't need primer.
Do
Your car's already got paint on it.
$100 in spray paint or bed liner for the bottom half and call it good enough.
Tractor paint.
Tractor paint is fine.
Ooh.
The one coat
Yeah.
of white turned out real nice.
Do fucking black bed liner.
No.
Yes,
'cause it's-
Herculiner.
Bedliner sun fades bad.
Oh, fuck. I guess.
So it'll turn
Herculiner
into-
doesn't do it that bad.
Not that bad, but on a car, it'll turn into gray and it's going to look weird.
They do make a gray two-tone on these cars, and they look good.
That's
to be
fair.
fair.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Or just paint your trim gold to match. That'd be too much gold.
That'd be way too
That'd
much
be so
gold.
much. Your Saudi oil
That'd be
prints
fucking
just covered in gold.
ignorant.
Oh, yeah,
Here's
your wheel.
So yeah, this is
These are
That's
so
what. Yeah,
gross.
that's what he's currently
They're
running. It
so
looks like almost a digital
nasty.
camo.
It looks like they're molding.
That also is true.
They're reforming into the earth.
Yeah. So what colors you want to do these?
so. I was just looking on.
Not this picture, but damn, this is funny.
When the wife finds out, there's
Put the
only three more
rim
to
in the
wash.
I
dishwasher.
do have a spare dishwasher. We could have tried
Women
those,
in the dishwasher.
but
I think the shot blaster is better. So
the
Way
dishwasher's way funnier.
that true.
So this next picture should be it.
Yeah. So I was just like looking online of just
Gunmetal?
tires or rims in general, and I really did
Titanium
like this
gunmetal?
titanium gunmetal.
It is
It's a darker gray.
it's kind of
silver
a
gray.
it's a medium gray with like some depth to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a flat gray. It's got some color.
Good luck
to
getting
it.
that out of spray paint, but,
Well,
it's worth a shot.
Yeah,
That's when you just walk in Marge. You're like, is this close or is this close?
Yeah,
Or is this
basically.
close? You're like, oh, it's in the
Yeah.
dumb can again. You're like, I don't want to do it.
But I don't know.
So the question is, do we rip these tires and wheels apart to do them, or do you just spray them in there as best you can?
Yes.
That you didn't answer which
Yes.
one. I was asking this or that question.
Preferably, I know it's a lot of work. I would like to DB the tires, take the
Yeah.
tires off,
They are
put them in the shop. Blast.
20 years of corrosion, you should
They're
probably get rid of,
nasty.
so,
They are kind of
yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
It's and the worst part about it is they're fucking aluminum, so who knows how much fucking actual corrosion is on there.
It's fine.
Or what I would do, especially for
It's weight reduction, baby.
I'll say what I would do is I would have Brian prep them for you, and then you can take them to the powder coat shop that I brought something to.
Ooh.
Yeah,
but powder
because they were
coating- powder coatings. is
$30.
Oh shit!
I brought in raw steel. He powder coated it. It was $30.
That is shocking, actually.
Where?
LaSalle.
LaSalle.
yeah.
Oh,
I-
is it your
'cause-
buddy?
No, not a bunch.
No,
it's
not-
just a
not
guy.
Preston.
No.
Okay.
No.
I knew he was doing it for a little bit.
Did-
No, yeah, not him. No,
I
it's
was
a
thinking-
detailing and powder coat shop. I don't know if I want to give him a shout out because it wasn't the best, but it
And you
is
wanna
good.
see how
for
well it
you, it'd
holds
be
up
great, and it
first.
was
I mean, hey,
cheap. For
cheap.
$30, it's way stronger than the clear coat
Yeah.
spray paint that I used on my other one. It's in the back of the Jeep.
Sure.
So what I'm talking about is the pack out mount. It's some people will know, especially Jeremy, Off-Road Anonymous. They do a lot of CNC metal cutting.
It would be
and
this mount right here.
yeah, so this is a pack out mount, which is it's the base plate for a pack out Milwaukee pack out system, made out of metal, very strong. I don't know the thickness; it's pretty.
It looks like 1/8 inch, more or less.
Yes, it is for sure. At least that it is pretty thick,
Very sturdy.
very sturdy. I've had fucking
Stainless steel, or is it just steel?
just steel, mild
Okay.
steel,
Yep.
shipped with no oil on it, which is nice.
So it's clean.
Except for the fact that my package was left out in the rain, so when I brought it to the guy, there was a couple of spots of rust on it, and I'm like, I don't care how it looks. I just want it to stay looking like metal. I don't want a different color black on my new black flatbed.
Because you're mounting this onto the top of your black flatbed.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want multiple blacks. I just want
Powder coat
want
black
clear-
to match powder coat black.
Yeah, I either want it to match perfect, or I just want a completely different color, which would be raw metal look. Which
Yeah.
this did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
There's a couple little imperfections, little bubbles here and there, but for $30, I have zero complaints. The scratches on it are after I already put the pack out on it,
Which it's going to kind of wear into it.
yeah,
but-
I don't. As long as it stays
this
not
has,
rusty.
This has clear powder coat on it.
just clear powder coat. It is a
Okay.
wheel clear coat,
Yeah.
so it's meant to be thicker and hold up to more abrasion and shit.
And yeah,
So
Interesting.
ideally, it's a little better.
I have seen the clear powder coats before, but I've never seen one applied like
Yes.
in person ish.
Yeah, no, it is just as thick as regular powder coat, maybe a little bit more spongy. But this is
probably a little
also
thicker.
this was a day old, so it's a little spongy either way.
Yeah,
But
it hardens up pretty quick. But
yeah,
Interesting.
but no, all in all, pretty good. There's a couple little like pinhole blemishes, but it's also like I didn't prep it at all. The only thing I did, he gave me a Scotch-Brite pad to get the rust off of it. I gave it right back to him, and I walked out the door. And
Yeah.
it was ready 2 days
Like,
later.
it's
I'm like,
good
perfect.
enough.
Here you go. Thanks.
So cool.
For
We just
$30
shot
bucks.
blast them and drop.
Yeah, give them to him.
drop
That way,
the rims
he
on?
doesn't. He doesn't have to charge you for prep, and he doesn't have to fuck with the prep. You just tell him what color you want.
yeah, we get them 99% perfect prep, and it's like, yep,
Yeah.
just spray them.
Exactly.
If our oven was big enough, I would just spray them here, but it's not yet. One of these days. So
of
why
these
did you mount a pack out box mount on your truck?
Because my big pack outs don't fit on anywhere.
They don't
I
fit-
had
they
to
don't
keep
fit
them in the cab.
anywhere.
Wow.
So that's your problem. Is your mounts, your pack outs are very
Yeah, these are the
large.
two big base ones that I use. Which I might end up actually changing these because these fuckers are so heavy. But there are really big tools in it, like a big crescent wrench, big pry bars.
And you're loading these 4.5 foot up into the air or whatever.
oh no, this is
like upper
it's
chest
up to my
height.
to my higher chest or neck.
So it's
like,
like
it's up there.
3.6, 3.5, 3.6. God.
Short
it's,
king.
It's also I have a lot of shit in there. I bet it weighs probably 60 pounds at least.
I bet you're underestimating
Yeah,
it.
probably
They're
60 or
heavy
80.
as
It's
shit.
fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Because
Because
so
there's
hucking
not-
it up there kind of sucks, but it's as you can see now. I was talking before one of the other episodes. I was talking about putting a bike lock through the headache rack and through the uprights of this pack out.
Like over here on this corner.
Yes, that's where it's going to go all through.
Yeah, because there's a solid metal bar through the corner of them. You could just wrap
Yes.
this up and it'd be
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep.
Or go through even both of them or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Whatever I got to
I
do.
mean, if
but
somebody really wanted to, they could still take
It's
it.
yeah.
locks stop honest people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A thief's gonna thief.
Yeah.
You could actually wrap like the whole thing, maybe.
That's
but-
kind of what I was thinking too, but
Yeah.
either way. I got to measure how long I need between like whatever variation I need, and either way.
Yeah. Either way, it's a very good safety measure to just like I
Yeah,
put a
it's a
lock
start.
on it. If somebody
Yeah.
steals it, then I guess it was gonna happen.
The
anyway.
top box, however, you can steal that regardless, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't really go through it.
Yeah,
I
you
can put
just
I
stop.
could put the box through the handles, I guess. Put them through both handles and
lock
then the
them
metal.
together,
yeah.
but-
Fuck it, just
Either
super
way.
or epoxy fucking
No,
or-
no. You're-
PVC fucking glue.
No,
the
the top
bottom
one to the
thing
bottom,
lid.
yeah.
You're way off track. Electrify them. Hook a Ford Model T ignition coil
Yes.
to the
Oh,
locks on
fucking
them.
There we go.
Somebody
ignorant.
grabs it,
There we go.
drops them.
You can give the
Yeah.
motherfucker AFib.
Now your ECU might not be thrilled about high
Correct,
frequency,
yeah.
but it's
But
really
for the most
fun.
part, I can lock my whole truck bed and I can throw this on the back seat if I really need to.
yeah. If you're
So,
really worried about
Yeah,
it,
like if you're going into like Peoria or something.
Yeah.
big city.
Yep, yeah.
The
Throw them,
big
throw them on the back
city.
seat. Forget about them. The mounts.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna steal the mount. Even if I
No.
do, I have $110 in it so far. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
if they're
worried about
desperate enough to rip the locks off
it.
and seal,
This is also just full of like spare U joints and screwdrivers and
Whoever
and a
steals
tire
it,
repair kit.
Random
Like
shit.
whoever steals
Yeah.
it's gonna be so pissed. They're like, "Where's the fucking tools?"
yeah, no, the tools are in this other pack out that I built.
which would be.
So instead of spending, it's just another
I gotta
picture.
go back to the very
Yeah.
beginning because that was last week's.
Yes, this was
theory.
last week's.
Okay.
I have cleaned it up since
My
then.
brother in Christ.
I have cleaned it up since then. It looks a lot better.
Andy going crazy
Is
with
this
the spray foam.
the
This
case
is the
of
Pittsburgh
tools
set.
that
yes,
you
this is a
cut
Pittsburgh
apart?
blow mold socket set. It's
It
225
was.
piece socket set.
So did you try to fill it before you cut it apart? Or you
Yes,
cut it apart
I
first?
organized them all and I kind of designed it in my head, but at some point I'm like, I don't know if they're all gonna fit.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna cut them all into the rows of what they are, like, because sometimes it's a half row, a half inch, then the other half is 3/8.
Sure.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, let's cut that row in half. So where I have them all
get
split
everything
in half.
organized and
So I have
separated.
a set of 1/4 inch, set of 3/8, set of half.
Right, and you can see like they're all still labeled and they snap into their places nicely.
Yeah, this is the half inch set.
yeah.
But yeah, I have deep well and short well.
Wow.
And of every socket set, every socket size from 10 mil up to, what does it say? I don't even know. 14 mil, 16,
3/4 here.
Yeah, it's a 3/4 and then 19 probably.
17, 18.
19.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
19.
Yep. So like a lot of sockets,
Yeah,
honestly.
a good amount to have
Um.
located nicely.
Yes.
they're not just loose in a
So
bag.
so these are the single wide pack outs that are these are like 3.5 inches deep, I think. They also make the thinner version of this same box.
Yeah.
It's got a clear top on it. The thin one is what I use the 1/4 inch for because the 1/4 inch ones were all
Yeah, they're
That's
smaller.
the only one
smaller.
short enough to fit in there.
yeah. So it worked out pretty good. I got 2 deep ones for 3/8 and 3/8 and half,
Wow.
and then
Here's the scene of the crime of you cutting your box
Yeah.
apart. But
a lot of little shavings everywhere. But in the end, it looked pretty good. And I went to Hobby Lobby and bought some foam just for inserts. Cut it to fit. Close the lid. It's not bulging out of it by any means.
and they're not
so-
going to shake around in there and fly
Yeah, no, they
out.
don't really shake around anything. I used Great Stuff, expanding foam, just in between all of the individual
literal Great
rows
Stuff.
of plastic,
to try to seal it up and
just
stuff.
to make it not move and make it kind of solid-ish. And then I also try to make sure they're all the kind of the same height. That way, when the foam's in there, it's all kind of distributed,
Yeah.
across them all.
holding everything in place
3D print
nicely
your own fucking inserts.
No, because I don't have a printer, and this is
anymore.
this is 40 hours of prints, and they also
Yes.
won't hold the sockets this good.
They can.
They can.
Yes, with 10 renditions of it, and I
Yeah.
wanted it now, and I already owned it. I
It's
didn't
my-
have to fuck with it.
It's my money and I need it now.
Kinda, yeah, but no, like
JG
after putting the
Wentworth.
foam in, and so I also have the ratchets per size, a couple adapters, swivel, and extensions all in the box, just loose
Yeah.
with the foam on it, with the lid closed. Nothing moves.
Everything's organized. Everything's in its place and has a place to go.
Yes, and
You'll-
instead of spending the equivalent to these socket sets
Mm.
from Milwaukee with with
Oh,
lasered foam.
Oh yeah.
They're $300 a piece for each size. There's $1,000 in sockets.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Or I already own the $200 socket set, and this was
Already got the sockets.
$90 in pack outs.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
That's
for
a
fucking
$300
pack
kit
outs.
for
This is
just
for 3/8 and quarter drive.
Oh, okay. If it's
This
both,
isn't
okay.
even half-inch though.
Yeah, not half-inch. How much is this one? I didn't even know this one existed. I thought they only sold by quarter, by half.
This is
$250.
on sale from $320.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The half-inch one alone is another $200.
$200, yeah.
That's probably the one you saw first.
Yeah.
For
But they're also
basically-
double wide.
Yeah.
This is not the single wide one, which I needed because the single wide ones fit inside my doors inside my flatbed, which was the whole point of like my $200 socket set.
So, yeah,
I'd
you-
like to be inside the
You
bed
spend
of
what,
the fucking.
called $600 with tax
to do just the sockets.
to do just the 2 socket set.
No,
Yeah.
it's a $200 socket set and it's $90 in pack outs and
Yeah.
$20 in foam and
But-
a can of great stuff.
But the Milwaukee ones have 4 flat sides; so they don't roll away from.
I
you.
have bought replacement Milwaukee sockets.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I have a 12 and a 10 mil and 3/8, and they work. They're fine.
Yeah,
There's no
but-
complaints.
At the same point, you already have all the
Oh.
stuff. Uh-oh.
Milwaukee does make pack out inserts
Yes, they
for
do.
$75 a piece. They only hold the Milwaukee sockets. They
course
do
they
not hold. They're specific to the squared
course.
bottom sockets
course.
from Milwaukee.
It would be the same ones that are in these pictures.
Yes,
probably,
they sell those separately, which I'm like, great.
that fit their sockets.
They only fit them. They don't fit fucking fully round sockets, or else I would have bought those.
I will say having squared off sockets are kind of nice because
You can
It's
put a
not-
wrench on them if you need to.
I had
It's nice.
that is the only reason that I own one is for work because those fucking vault lids, people like beat the shit out of them and they get all fucked up.
Yeah,
And I think I have a 1/4 drive one.
Don't eat the strawberries.
I was about to eat the strawberry.
Wow.
The bottom of this got really spicy.
Yeah,
The strawberry soaked up
Alcohol
all the
set-
alcohol.
I'm gonna eat the strawberry.
separated.
Okay,
I can't let you go through it alone.
Andy's gonna throw up here in a second if it wants to watch. They are brutal. There it is.
Good
yeah,
lord.
they're hot.
But
They're not like alcohol hot. They're just soaked full of it though.
Wow.
But,
yeah, aren't those terrible? You're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
a cold beer to wash that down.
yeah,
absolutely.
That's the only reason that I have squared off sockets.
I love the idea. They seem like such a great idea. They won't roll away when you're working.
I just bought it.
But I ain't spending $400 in sockets.
I bought it for the specific purpose of if I need to beat the shit out of this thing, I can. It's also not a Milwaukee branded socket. It's a Mastercraft.
Good answer. Good
Oh,
answer.
Because
So it costs
that's-
just as much, but
man, it was like $3 cheaper.
yeah.
Oh, but yeah, my only other thought of doing this, and I got some criticism on this, but it's also like
I bet you did.
I didn't. Yeah, like to do the foam that you can cut and make it all nice. It's like
does-
they're already here.
It already doesn't need to be that nice.
Yes,
If your toolbox would just fit in the door, you would have just left it how it was.
true, but it didn't.
It doesn't.
But also the only other thought I had was I've used this. It's a rubber socket rail set with a magnet strip in the middle. On one side is the short well, the other side is the deep well.
What? Tell me what to search.
It's on just a magnetic socket rail set, essentially.
See if we can just find something just real quick, like
Quick to Amazon.
Not those.
McGiz.
It's they inlay into
They're
it.
not those ones. Is it? No.
I found them on Amazon. Not that they lay flat. It's inner. There's a grab handle up on top. None of these are in.
None of these are. No. Okay. I'll go to Amazon. I'll look for it real quick
Okay,
while you're.
yeah.
You want to explain
so
what they
essentially,
are?
yeah. So there's the short well faces left, the deep well faces right. The middle strip is what's magnetic, and you have like that way. I don't have to rely so much on the foam. The socket set will hold it, and then they can just be loose inside of a pack out.
Yeah.
Because they're still going to be together.
They're captured.
Problem is, I would need 2 sets of every size I have, and they're $75 for it's a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch,
for a
and
set.
and 3/8. A set is $75. You get one of each, but I need $150 in magnetic socket holders, as well as
that might not even exist anymore.
They do.
Oh, is it?
No, they lay flat though. Those are
Huh.
still upright.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, we're gonna stop
don't
scrolling.
know.
I'll keep scrolling, but we're probably not gonna find it at this rate. This sucks.
I don't know what I would have searched. To
I don't
fucking-
either. Huh? What a weird little situation.
I know exactly. Like I found them on Amazon. Yeah, they were. I forget the name of them.
I don't know what you would have searched other than a magnetic socket rail, though. That's
Socket holder, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
either way.
Magnet.
Magnet.
How do they work?
Let's see. One more scrolly chance, and then
yeah.
they're gone forever.
I remember finding them. Oh wait, go up to your right.
Maybe it was just a
no,
fever
never mind.
dream.
That's just stuck to
I
his
see
case.
that you can stick it also to the side of a toolbox. I wasn't sure, but
Yeah,
they
this
can keep-
like
yeah.
there's ones.
No,
that
those still stick out, not
Yeah,
flat.
these are
The ones that
magnetic.
I needed were flat. That way they lay inside of a pack out too.
Yeah, the ones that you found don't exist anymore.
But
somehow.
the problem with those ones is
they can slide out the end. And
they
be
could
gone.
fall out of them, but also they can. Oh, right there.
Is this one
the
it?
$18? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah. What is it? What's the name of it? Magnetic socket holder set with handle,
which I
Portable
searched a
socket
dozen
organizer.
times. But
Yes. So you see, the one half is short, while the other half
Yeah.
is long.
Yeah.
The problem is, how much is this one? This is just
Right.
a 1/4 inch set,
I believe this one's like $18 for the 1/4 inch,
and 22 for the 3/8.
and there's no 1/2 inch option.
So it's $75 for
at least
for a
$75.
set, and I need 2 of them. So it's $150 in magnetic holders, not including the $90 pack outs.
That still might slide apart and might not fit in the pack
so
out
like,
anyway.
or I just buy the fucking pack out and hack the fuck out of my Pittsburgh set that already holds the sockets perfectly.
Yeah, your set that
and throw
holds
some
it.
$10 foam in it.
Absolutely, it makes a ton of sense.
It's a prototype, damn it.
Well, and again, I cleaned up the inside of the pack outs. They look way better now. But
Just
yeah,
didn't get a picture of them.
yeah.
Speaking of cleaned up, did you get your car cleaned up after the local birds made a
No.
fucking shit
Oh,
mess out of it?
Yeah, no, this is. I thought I was alone on this. Turns out my buddy Trevor Torrens, he
Oh, is he also?
he had
doing-
he had a truck come in. He's like, this bird just went to town on this fucker. I'm like, that ain't even the half of it, brother. I stopped driving. I started driving my car, my
Big
Subaru,
dumps.
with 10% brakes, maybe. Like
Maybe.
they literally hit the floor.
Because you've been in the process of your disc brake conversion.
Yes, which
for a
we'll get
month
to in a
now.
second. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want to fucking park my truck at my parents' house right now because this fucking bird is just shitting all over my truck so much.
This bird's
I
a
parked
fucking
I parked it
asshole.
on both ends of the street, like,
And he still
on
got
ends
it?
of my parents' house, essentially in the street. Still managed to fucking shit all over it.
Targeting the crap out of it.
Every
Like,
fucking vehicle
he's
that sits
just
in our
doing
driveway.
fucking targeting runs on your
Strafing runs.
strafing runs,
Like,
thank
you can see how beat up the windows are and shit. It's bad.
It's
very
everything.
bad.
dude just shit.
But
everything's covered.
just a mountain. I'm like, I don't care about this car, but my truck, I was getting actively pissed off about.
the one you just got back and it's all nice and clean, has a new bed on it. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's getting
Yep.
ruined.
Yeah.
I had a
Sucks for
half-hour
you.
ordeal to get it washed the one day, came back, and the next day it was shit on again.
Bird
I'm like,
shit in.
you
little-
gotta be fucking kidding
Your
me.
poor little car wash experience. Do you want to just recite that real quick?
I
was
pull into an
awful.
automatic wash. I go out. It has the measurements of what can fit.
Oh, I remember
have a
this
tape
thing.
measure in my truck bed. Measure it. Everything fits. Pull it in. $7 wash. It's on a gantry system, so it's just big.
It's like the touchless car washes.
It is.
Yes, but you don't move it moves it.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It drives
Usually
around
those
you.
are single.
Yeah.
This is one whole piece.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
So it's on a rail system. So it goes down to like your front valance,
Yeah.
all the way up. It's the only one I've ever seen like it. But
So you're
anyway,
excited to try it.
it goes down the front, down the back. It comes up with the wash cycle up to like get all the fucking
Yeah,
soap
covered
off.
it in soap.
It gets up to about halfway up my truck bed, and it stops. And it gives me the green light and tells me to leave. I'm like, I'm still covered in soap. I
Your
have.
whole cab is just
My
soaked.
brother in Christ, you call this a wash?
I pull around. I get. I do the hand wash, which I have exactly $2 worth to start it
for the pressure washer.
for the pressure the hand pressure wash one. Didn't have enough to finish it. Drive over to Casey's. My truck's soaking wet. Go
Covered
in,
in
break
soap.
a $50 bill to get fucking some ones.
Quarters.
Drive the fucking 3 blocks back over to the car wash.
Holy
This is in
shit.
Flanagan, by the way. This is an hour away. Fucking finally wash my truck enough. It's good now.
You're like
I'm like
$20 into this wash.
I'm like, oh, I'm a half hour and $14 into this fucking wash.
Sounds like you
automatic
weren't
wash.
meant to get your fucking truck washed.
what a pain in the
Just for it
ass.
to get shit on again, I had to wash it at the local car wash.
just
by
for it to
hand.
fit within the measurements. You weren't even like it's
No,
little
I was
big,
I was within by at least 4 inches on the closest measurement.
and it just said, "Nah, fuck you. I don't feel like it."
It already went to the lowest points, but it still just said no, we're done now. I'm
That
like,
sucks.
what the fuck? Anyway. So yeah, got tired of the bird shitting on my car. I said, fuck you. I'm done with this shit.
What a drag.
Yeah.
Unironically, you were also dragging this fucking ramp around. Do you want to explain what this
Were
is?
you using that to fucking level your goddamn dirt?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Oh, my
I bought
God.
$300 of grass seed with fertilizer in it.
Okay.
And I spread it because I'm sick of how much
barren.
Muddy.
mud there is around my house.
Sure.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
but that
I'll
means that you
buy
have to mow it all now.
Well, not for a while.
The hillside will hold it
Yeah, I'm hoping so. But yeah, no, I fucking
until it rains this
I
weekend. and
spread it
washes
all out. Ooh, Tuesday.
Okay.
Spread it all over the hill Tuesday. Just ran up and down my hill fucking 12 times with a little fucking spreader. I burned up 2 bags because I'm gonna wait because I think I'm gonna doze my driveway once the big tree in the front gets cut down. And then,
Sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you want to get the hillside.
The hillside
spread.
and
That's
the
your
and
big
the,
one.
the ramp down, and then the grass that was still kind of there. I'd like to have better grass. But yeah.
Any grass.
Yeah, leaving it open a little bit just to kind of wait and once my driveway gets either more gravel put in or fixing whatever, trying to make that nice. But yeah.
So your whole little hillside got seeded.
But I'm like,
and
how do I
stuff.
drag this? I don't have any fence, any chain link fence or anything. I'm like, you know what? I do have them heavy ass fucking trailer ramps.
Oh my.
So originally I put both of them together and then put the strap through the one and zip tied the other one to the first one.
Okay, yeah.
And it worked until the last 10 minutes when the fucking one ramp broke off. I'm like, I'll finish it with one. It's
I'll
fine.
just keep going. I'll make 2 passes. It's
right.
fine.
Yep. But yeah, hooked it up behind my 4-wheeler, drug it, took about, I don't know, 25 minutes.
Just drug it around the whole
It
yard.
worked fucking pretty good, as you can
I
kind
mean,
of tell by the,
if this is the after, it looks pretty good.
yeah, you can zoom in and you can kind of see it. Like,
Yeah.
it was dark out, so I couldn't really get a good picture in general. But I'm like, yeah, it's kind of.
It looks all smooth.
That also was just that wasn't the exterior light. That's just the door being open.
It sure is, yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't like I was.
that shows
trying
how
to get light
dark
out
it is
here.
that this light is shining that far.
Yeah. Yep. So
But no, it looks like it could work
it's
pretty good.
dark dirt. It put the grass seed an inch or so into the ground, and
It
good
is
enough.
in the ground.
Yes.
We'll see whatever happens with it.
Correct. Yeah.
Also, dog posted up.
Yeah. I got a nice cute picture of blue.
The problem with this picture is every time I look at it, I see the fringing around it.
Yeah, it's not great.
'Cause
Oh, this was also 5x zoom in portrait mode.
Oh, yeah. But Apple's
So-
like, oh, we need to blur the background to make it look better. But then
Yeah.
it just ruins all the edges of it.
Correct.
Other than that, just chill.
Posted.
I think it'd be better without 5x zoom, but I was halfway down the hill and I'm like, blue looks awfully majestic up there,
She's just sitting.
and so I just kind of took a couple pictures.
Sitting here with grass.
She's a cute girl.
She's just chilling.
You can't even tell that there's a bag of seed in the background of that picture.
Oh, way back there?
Yeah,
Blurred-
that's the bag of
it
seed.
blurred the hell out of it.
Yeah, but yeah,
see.
so
Anything else in here? Oh, brakes.
yeah, so the
Wait.
Subaru, the piece of shit I'm driving that's getting covered with bird poop.
Why? Okay, what are you doing to it first of all?
I went from so I have good brakes in the front. They worked. The rear
discs in the front,
rear
it had
disc,
drums
or
in the
the
back.
rear had drums. I swapped them.
Yes.
Took a while to find the parts that I needed, the right cables.
because it's kind of a hodgepodge of shit.
Eventually, get the knuckles all reassembled, and the flange is loose inside of the knuckle, and I'm like, I don't know why, but then I final assemble it all, and the axle shaft. When you
Tightens up.
tighten the axle, the CV shaft nut on it, it tightens the entire housing, and now it's fine.
Now everything feels good.
It feels like a perfect. It rides smooth, no drag, nothing. It's good.
Doesn't seem like how it should work, but maybe it is.
I guess it is because nothing's exploded yet, and I don't see any smoke.
Fuck it, it's fine. Run
Yeah.
it.
I threw extra grease in it just because.
Oh well,
Because I had them apart, I'm like, why wouldn't you just throw extra grease in it now? I don't
it's
care if it spits
fine.
it out, but at least it has
gives a shit?
another
It's
round of
lubricated.
new grease.
I believe the kids say "fuck it, we ball."
Kinda, yeah. And then also,
So you put all the new knuckles on there.
they were
discs
fairly
on
new
the
bearings.
rear.
It looked like anyway, so I'm like, we'll just add a little bit new grease and we'll be fucking golden. It'll be fine.
Turns out your brakes still fucking suck.
Brakes still suck a lot.
Are they
A lot.
worse or
They are
better?
worse.
They're terrible.
They are probably about 10% worse than they used to be.
It's way worse.
So our first
Yeah.
instinct is, well, it probably needs a new master because you put the old master back on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
the
got-
master was reliable, but I still had 80% pedal doing nothing, and then okay brakes after that.
Right. So we're like, maybe the master's pushing air until the seal kind of
Yes,
bites.
I did
you know.
I did a new and upgraded bigger diameter booster. That's not the problem.
That's not the
The
problem.
master also turns out was not the problem. There could be a little air still stuck in the master. I think
possible.
that's why my pedal bleeds. It's because I need to rebleed the master, but
Which you need to like vacuum bleed the whole system, and then we can manual bleed like one more line to pull everything clean.
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
you
But
know.
either way, I'm like, okay, we'll figure that out down the line. There's still a component that is fucked up here.
And what
After a lot of digging, we find Brian points out that this is where the
Oh.
ABS pump would go, but this is a brake proportioning valve.
if I had one,
If I had one, an ABS pump would go here, but
Yeah,
no.
'cause it's
It's
like-
a brake proportioning valve for the
Oh.
drums in the rear because all the masters are the same. It just but in the second gen legacy, if you have If you have disc brakes, you have ABS. If you have drum brakes, you have a proportioning valve.
Yes.
That's
because
fine.
what it's doing is putting less pressure on the rear brakes so they don't lock and slide your car in an emergency stop. So it actually limits how much pressure can go through it, which if this is bad, that means whatever spring diaphragm combination.
Yes. Which I think this is bad anyway, because it's the same
would
exact
make
pedal
sense.
throw from drum to disc.
You're right.
The pedal still goes 80%.
Like this,
Especially with the old Master, it was almost the exact same.
Yeah.
Very little. They were more grabby because they actually were doing something.
because drums take less fluid than discs do.
Yes.
Yes.
If this is,
But the contact patch on the disc for drums, the disc are more. They're working better.
yes,
So they work better, but you're still the part that's working better is in that last 20% of the pedal.
right.
So
So
now
it's like this is the only piece that hasn't been replaced. 'Cause
Turns out-
you're like, oh, it's just like a block or something.
yeah.
I'm
So I
like,
think it's bad. Also, I need a different one that's different percentages for a full
Which
disc
makes
brake car.
sense.
The problem is
the problem is
no second gen runs this setup because they all have an ABS pump here.
they're all either a Brighton, which has drums in the rear.
So just
or
put
they
a
have-
fucking ABS in.
No,
nothing
you
to
have
run
to have
it.
electronics. You have to have everything else. I cannot add an ABS pump into this.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Make
not-
your own.
one not worth it. Two
Turns
not
out
possible.
all the first gens, there's not a single first gen legacy that came with drum brakes. They
Or
all
ABS.
had disc,
Oh, okay.
and they didn't have ABS.
So conveniently, they
So you
have
got to use one.
the exact right part.
And I found multiple part numbers and searched and searched
Oh.
and searched
Because-
and found some in Japan
Because Subaru gives
that are
you,
now discontinued also.
they give you the perfect part number that doesn't cross-reference a single.
Well, they give you the part number that came on the vehicle that you're specifically looking at.
Well, no,
and
there
the
was
month of year and the month and year that
There
it was
was
produced.
there was a old
But
number
then-
and new number, and I found every
You found
single
every
part
number, but it
There's
still doesn't
also
matter
a-
because they're all fucking discontinued anyway, and you
Yes.
have to go after.
And they
them.
don't-
Technically, the part number that I was really searching for was an aftermarket one, or like a new replacement
Yes.
for that one.
Is it this number?
That is for a RS,
Oh, okay.
a first gen RS, which was only available in Japan. Actually,
We love forum posts from 6+ years ago. where
yeah,
one
but
guy
that part
answers
number
it.
I had seen multiple times. Many people told me to try to find it.
Sure.
The most recent person who was able to order that number was over a year ago.
Ooh, that's not great.
I commented on that thread of that person sending a link in. The link is now dead on Amazon.
Good
Whatever.
luck.
Of course.
Guy responds. It's actually that Ryan guy.
Is it
Ryan
this bottom
Barbarian.
guy?
Oh, shout
He
out.
replied to this thread and said
After a year plus.
after a year old, and he goes, "Yes, I got my part from Parts Japan. This was the link I used." I said, "I already used the link. It's dead." He said, "This is the Amazon link. That link is also dead." He said, "Okay, try to find this number. This is the one I used. Have fun."
He had the time and the knowledge to give you numbers to do
Yes.
something.
I tagged him and the other, I think Austin Dean. I think that was the other
with.
person.
He's underneath it, and
Yeah.
there's this guy above it. Yeah.
That one I also was just like first gen legacy brake prop valve. They were sold with non-ABS
Non-ABS.
and all disc brakes.
I keep them around for such.
I was
swaps.
tempted to message that guy or add him as a friend and message him and be like, "Hey,
You're like,
do you
can
have
I-
any more of these sitting around?
Can
I will pay
buy
you."
one.
Can I
please?
has
Brand new, these valves are $100 a piece. There was not like they're a $500 part that people are like stockpiling
They're
because
hoarding
they
them.
are unobtainium. They're just kind of a part.
but enough of it a weird obscure
But
part.
there's no brand new ones on the entire internet
because
that I
they
could
don't
find.
really go bad.
Correct.
That often, so they
except for
don't need to make-
mine,
except for
and except for the
yours.
fact that I have to switch mine.
Yeah.
Now, what I need to do is find a first gen fucking prop valve.
You're gonna buy another
Convenient-
donor
which
car.
conveniently Michael had
Had
his old car.
and it's gone now, and I don't know where it
Doing
went.
to
And
that
I don't
bal-
care anymore.
What are you doing?
It popped, and now I'm trying to
Because you
clean
keep
up all the
fucking with
confetti.
it. There's
So,
confetti
leave me
everywhere.
alone.
So
Don't
I
draw
I
attention.
joined two first gen groups. One was a first and second gen Subaru Legacy group. The other one was a first gen only group. Posted the same exact post in both of them. One guy got tagged, and he said, "Hey, hit me up. I got you."
I'll hit you up immediately.
I did. I said sent, message sent.
Never answered you back.
Yep.
He
Okay.
replied.
Oh.
He said $45. I'm like, fucking shipped.
Take my money.
I said shipped ? And do you use PayPal? Took him 4 days to reply to that. He finally replied today and said, "Yes, I have PayPal. Sorry, I've been busy. I will ship it tomorrow." And I said $45 total, right? That
4
was at about
days.
10 a.m. today.
Hasn't got back
Still
to you.
hasn't replied to me. I'm like, I had PayPal open because I caught him like 3 minutes after he sent that message. I'm like,
Immediately.
I'm like, just reply to that. Just say yes, $45 total, and he would have gotten paid, and it would have been shipped tomorrow.
Don't you love how they answer their phone and then throw it away?
Yeah,
Go
throw
buy
it in
a
the
new
fucking ocean like a fucking car battery.
Maybe he's just a crackhead like the guy that I bought my donor car off.
But I don't know. Like this guy is not anywhere close to me, and he has to ship it, and I
And he
will
has
send
the
him money.
part.
I will risk $45. I don't care.
Oh, 45? Fuck.
It's a $100 part brand new. That's fine
Yeah.
as long as you have one that works, or and it sounds like he has enough parts cars that he will get another
He can
one
find
if
one.
it doesn't work. The only reason I'm willing to send this guy money, no strings attached, is because somebody else tagged him and said, "Here's an easy one for you."
Because this guy must have bought it.
Because this
from
guy
him.
is just a parts guy. He just has a lot of them. I'm like, perfect. This is exactly what I need. I need a working prop valve off of first gen.
Yeah, he's just
That's
that guy
it.
like, oh, yeah, I think I got, hold on, let me look. Yeah, I got 6 of them
The
sitting on the shelf.
problem is, he said, "Yeah, I got one," and then 5 days later, he said, "Yeah, I got PayPal." Like, so I'm waiting for that, but it should be coming within the next week.
I would just send him a request for $45.
Send him a request.
Or not a request, I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
Bamboozle
Send
this
him
guy.
$45, and if he says, oh, that's not enough, be like, well, you didn't fucking answer me.
Yeah, I was like, is it $45 to ship, or is it $45 for the part and $10, or $35 for the part and $10 to ship?
Yeah.
Or you just don't even care and you just want to cover shipping. I
As
don't
soon
know.
as he says
Either
the
way.
total, you're like, send.
I
please
literally
give
was
me
waiting
this.
for just the word total, and I had PayPal open, waiting to see it come across my top of my
You
phone,
like make sure the account's
saying yes,
still
that's
good.
the total. Yeah, found him on PayPal, waited for it. Fucking, he screenshotted his PayPal account and just sent it to me, and I'm like, perfect. I don't have to worry about your name. I see the picture that you have.
It looks
We're good.
exactly
It's got a
right,
dog in it. I'm like, yep, that's it.
I know dogs. Yep, that's him.
That's
that's
But yeah, so I'm currently on hour fucking
Bajillion.
8, 9, 10, hour 10 of waiting for him to reply to yes, that's a total, and I will.
if
pay
it
him,
helps, this is the same thing I had to deal with trying to get a rear output flange for my transfer case 3 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Because I needed it by New Year's, and a guy had one, and he sent me a picture of it. I'm like, yep, I need that one. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it off one of these days. Okay. It's been a couple days. Is it you got it off yet? I need it by New Year's.
Yep.
Still waiting on that guy to take it off and send it to me. So I'm not holding my breath anymore,
fucked.
but I'm like, you have the thing. I'll buy it off you right now for cash.
yes.
He's just like, yeah, I'll take it off eventually. It still hasn't gotten
Well,
back
yeah,
to
it turns
me.
out a lot of people eventually is a very broad term to a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I need
just-
this by New Year's. Is that a problem? Nope, no problem. I'll have it off.
I just
Didn't do
don't
it.
understand, and this kind of all boils down to like the same mentality with people in fucking like Facebook Marketplace.
yeah, they all
Don't
suck.
talk shit
I-
about Marketplace.
I
all right?
have 5 questions to ask you. Is it in decent condition? Does it run and drive?
Does it have a title?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. When can I meet you? I will have cash in hand. Let's go.
Ghosted,
Ghosted.
left on red.
Yeah.
Or
but,
it's like you.
But then you go to sell something, and oh yeah, I'm leaving my house right now. I'll be there in an hour. 4 fucking hours go by, and the guy's
Yeah.
not fucking here.
I have had people tell me I am on my way. I go, great. You live about an hour away, whatever.
Yeah.
I wait 3 hours. Where are you at? Oh, I'm still waiting on some money. I'm like, what do you mean?
Then you're not on your way.
you don't
You're
know-
on your way to. You could have said on the way to the bank.
I think he was trying
and I
to
would've
borrow
believed
money
you.
from like one of his.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck,
like,
who knows?
I'm like, bro. I'm like, that's not what on your way
Like,
means.
God
That means
Right,
I'm in the
damn.
car on the way.
Yes. Yeah. In transit.
Or like you ask somebody like 3 questions.
Yeah.
And they answer one of them.
Yeah, it's
And
like-
you're like, come on,
Like, do you
man.
just not read the rest of the paragraph, or are you just too stupid to comprehend more than one question at a time?
do you want to sell this? And they're like, nah, not really.
That's usually the
People
case.
just love free attention on the internet.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I have a thing everybody wants. I'm
So,
not
yeah.
going to sell it.
Yeah. One of these days, I'll get this part.
I know what it's worth. It was the only one made on a Tuesday in yellow.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Corvette.
Who buys
guys.
parts on a Tuesday night?
Corvette dudes
Yeah.
for real.
It's a one of one made
So yeah,
on a Wednesday by a guy
Subaru
named
almost
Jeff.
has some brakes. Yard got seated. Pack outs are in a good condition.
Making progress.
I feel like I'm three beers drunk and I had half a solo cup of
that one
moonshine.
fucking strawberry.
and a strawberry.
That one fucking
I
told you not
my
to.
he's a little light. I'll
you
be
didn't,
honest.
you didn't believe me.
This is good stuff.
Pussy.
It
is good,
I was
but-
specifically warned.
Give
You
me a
will drink this,
strawberry.
and then you will also.
You don't even drink yours?
Nah, I'm good.
That's why he's over.
pass it over,
You're
pussy. You're not wasting
You're
it.
going to drink it?
Yeah.
Okay, have fun
I'll
with
get
that.
tuned up
On a Tuesday night.
on a fucking Tuesday night.
It's Thursday, but
Good lord.
so you've had a hell of a week,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 or 3 or
Yeah, it's
A
been a
couple.
hell of a this is why I was so kicked in the balls to do this, because there's no write ups on this. Sorry, there was one write up on this. I found it after I did all the hard shit.
Of course.
Did everything the hard way. I should have just unbolted the knuckle from my car and
Slapped it on
bolted
there.
the new one on, and then figured out what hoses I need. Had to figure out what hoses I need. Had to figure out what parking brake cables I needed. Figured all that shit out.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, you
Fucking-
just fucked yourself, didn't you?
Got it all good. Parking brake cables work fucking fantastic though.
That's a
lot
huge
of
win.
There's a lot of resistance in the cable, like because the cable has a spring on it.
Sure.
But the cable itself works perfect.
Because the
So that's good.
handbrake has a spring on it, the cable has a spring on it,
Yes.
and the caliper has a spring
Yeah,
on
so
it.
you have to pull it a lot, but once it starts to grab, it's fucking engaged.
That's how the
so.
Fiesta was, and now it's stretched like 2 inches.
Well,
which
yeah.
is really
I wouldn't mind my springs getting a little.
I
The
hear
brand
2
new
inches
cable
is a
springs
lot.
That's too much.
Be a little less, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna do something with that eventually. But speaking of
yeah.
things,
You did things.
I've done so many things.
You towed some pieces of shit. Look like
This was as of a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Joe's poor car lost clutch fluid or lost clutch
Yeah.
pressure again.
moonshine getting to you, brother.
I have
Kinda like the-
again. I was tuned
And
up
yeah,
yesterday.
Yeah, this is just your ongoing.
So it's just like I had to load it onto the trailer with no clutch, which is super
Mm-hmm.
fun. You just put it in first gear, crank it until it eventually bump starts itself,
Mm-hmm.
and pull up on the trailer. You're like, well, I gotta stop now.
Yeah, so you just hit the key and fucking hit the brakes. Or?
just stuff the brake until it stalled the car.
Oh yeah, I guess you already had the clutch. The clutch
Fuck
doesn't
it.
do anything. Yeah,
It was on the floor. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all
I
right.
also would have hit the key and just like stopped it short. But
I was
yeah.
just like, I'll get up there, just stuff it. The brakes work good, right? I'm like, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, don't.
God,
worry,
I hope you
got
put
it.
your parking brake on your truck.
I sure did.
Okay, good.
It wasn't that aggressive. It's a light car, but
Yeah.
little
So it had-
Chevy.
it had
it's
lost
a
clutch pressure
Chevy
again.
Cobalt.
it's a Cobalt non-SS. But it's just like
What is that motor?
It's a 2.2.
Yeah, it was just
2.2
a
four-cylinder.
four-cylinder, yeah.
I think it's a dual overhead cam, but I,
think
don't know
it
for
is.
sure.
I think
but
it is too. Yeah, Ecotech.
It's a nice little
Uh-huh.
car, but other than it's kind of dented and
Gross.
the wheels
Yeah,
are
it's a
painted.
beater.
Gross.
It is
It's
a-
a Cobalt. They're all gross.
It was a $750 beater, and it looks like that. And the clutch just stops working
I
sometimes.
mean, on the
Actually,
it's
doesn't
got
look
less,
as bad as I remember.
It's got
The
less rust
other
than my
side is-
Subaru.
Is that all rusty and fucked
well,
up?
you
and
can't
shit?
see the
Yeah.
rust because the fender blocks it.
Oh, no, never mind.
okay.
There it is.
Yeah, I thought it was a rusted out piece of shit.
It's
yeah.
it's
That's
seen
why I
better
got
days.
nervous because Brian kind of offered to. My job's about over at the solar farm. Brian's like, you can kind of fix this thing for him if you want, make some cash. I'm like, I thought it was a rusty pile of shit. Well, it is.
parts
It's just
of it.
yeah. When your trailer fenders cover the rust, then it looks a little. Well, it looks really good from right here.
These high-rise fenders. This is a sales picture right here. It's a race car.
for sure.
The high-rise fenders help so much.
Fuck, why doesn't he do that? Put a new clutch in it, rally. That
Because he
bitch.
doesn't want to put a clutch in it. Well, it needs.
He's also probably too poor to rally.
So this was before.
I'll give him $100.
yeah, he doesn't. Want
that was my
that.
that,
That was
was
Andy's
my
first
offer
offer.
too, and Brian said he'd give two. I'm like,
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah, I'll beat you guys at $200. I don't even want.
I
it.
guess I'll
Andy,
do
you want to go
250.
splitsies?
Fuck no.
No. You could buy it if you want, Marcus.
Nope, I have enough
Trade him your
vehicles.
R6 for it. He'd love that.
No.
Fair.
Okay, he's
But
got
trade
a,
him
he's
the
got
Impala.
he's got he has a Grom.
He does have a.
He has a
could use
Grom
the-
and a Grom
Grom
and
and
that
the
for the
Cobalt.
R6, and you're good.
That's
Fuck
easy.
no.
The Grom's like $4,000.
What am I gonna do with a fucking Grom? I got a big boy bike.
It costs more than your bike.
Yeah, you can stunt on it. You can do wheelies and
You
shit.
can sure try.
Yeah,
You can
when
power
it's
wheelie
stock,
first.
it's really sad. Yeah.
Well, I can
no.
beat the piss out of a fucking Grom more than I do my normal bike.
Does he still have his SSR pit bike or whatever?
No, he did sell that.
Pussy.
Boo.
You didn't even end up racing him.
He has a CRF 110 now.
Oh, it's a dog ass, is what you're saying.
No, he's got a brand like a 2025 CRF 110.
Cool, but it's
I'm gonna
slow
kick
'cause
the
it's still a
fucking
110.
shit out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about it because I found out how much my tax return is going to be,
It's
and I'm
way
like,
more than it should be.
way more. I made so little and I got taxed so much, so I
be
got a
fucking nice.
ton in return.
I had to pay in this year again.
Quit making money from your side job.
Yeah.
Hey,
fucking
look.
goddamn.
That's why you're paying in
Look,
money.
I went from like $1,800 I had to pay last year
Why don't you do your taxes better?
Yeah,
To-
just pay
to-
more in, then you get more back.
to $53.
Yeah, refile your W-2 and actually pay money in.
Yeah,
I've
I do
upped it.
zeros throughout every W4 I have. Zeros.
You mean a W-2?
Yes.
W4.
W-2 is one you submit when you start a job. W-4 is your get back form.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But either way.
Nope.
Yeah.
30
All of them.
bucks.
When you-
Zeros.
$30.
Zeros.
Yeah, when you submit your tax, like when you start a job, you should set that higher than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And you won't ever have to pay in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out
free money.
I'm supposed to make a bunch of money is what they expect me being in the union and
So
such.
they expect you to get taxed a bunch
and
of
I
money.
get paid a lot of money per hour, but they also take a lot of taxes out of that. And then when I ended up only working about a third of the hours they thought I would, they're like, damn, we owe you a bunch of money back. I'm like, fuck yeah, you do, motherfucker.
between you buying houses and doing this and doing that.
I don't even think the houses did anything because like
they probably canceled each other out. More
I
or
didn't
less,
make
but-
money on the house. I bought it for the same price I sold it for.
Right. That's
Bought the
fair.
new property for a moderate rate.
He's still down bad.
But yeah.
The bank feels bad.
So I'm
for
like,
it.
all right, like tax returns coming back. Didn't work fuck off last year, but I got taxed every fucking hour of it.
So you're gonna put all that money towards,
KLX 110.
no.
kind of, yeah.
Oh.
KLX 10 is the front runner of, and a project car to try and flip and make money on. To try
To
and
make
flip
money
and
on.
make money on. To try and flip and
All
make
right.
money on.
We almost bought a Subaru like 2 days ago. All right.
Almost. It was
So
it was a 2011 WRX manual, 127,000 miles, needed a motor for $1,200. Should have been shocked you were not faster on that. Actually,
Because I was working on my car, so
oh,
I didn't get.
that's why. Yeah,
I'm normally-
that was the day I went and seeded shit. That was Tuesday.
I'm normally real quick with it. Oh, it's gone already. It's not in my saved anymore. Damn it.
You sent it to me.
I did actually. It might still be in there.
The fuck are you looking at golf bags
Look,
for?
I like. I've.
We're gonna go golfing. I will go golfing with you. I'd love to.
So there's actually been a thing rolling around at work. Let me see if this is in here still. Or
What,
not.
you guys
doing
gonna make
Joe.
your own fucking golf tournament?
oh, you can
Oh,
go,
so
you can
wait,
look at the
there it is.
X90 also.
Okay,
Hey,
here's
she's
the.
a little rough.
is
No,
it-
really,
is it
it's not
gone?
bad.
There it is.
Wait, scroll back
Yeah,
up.
127,000
Did it sell?
miles.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
it sold. It sold
it sold.
immediately.
I messaged the guy and said, "I'm close. I have cash. I will come pick it up."
I'm close. I'm finishing. It's stuck in the mud.
Needed a motor, 2.0 turbo, all-wheel
Manual.
drive, manual.
Pretty easy
Red.
to get
It's
motors
a
very
to
it's a
run.
sedan, a very rare red. Subaru does not make a lot of reds.
Yeah, because I saw this for $1,200. I sent it to you immediately. I'm like, go buy this right now.
Shit,
It was 2 hours old.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours old. $1,200. Motors are about $4 grand.
Fucking Mendota?
Yeah.
The problem is, it was 2 hours old when Brian sent it to me. Facebook themselves gave me a pop-up message that said, "This person is not replying to messages. Do you still want to send this message?"
Yes.
You're like,
I
yeah.
said yes, but that means there's 100 other people who also sent a message to him. An hour later, it was listed sold.
Yeah.
Make
What?
the picture bigger.
What do you want
For
from
what?
me? What do you want to look at?
I know
It's
where
a,
this
it's
is
a
at.
6-speed. It's fucking
Mendota, yeah.
Mendota,
What do you want to look at? It's a car stuck in the mud.
Either way, yes, it was worth it to buy it. We were nowhere
Oh,
near
there's a sunroof too. Wow.
Brian had to be within the first half hour to send it to me, and then I took 20 minutes to reply to it.
It was
to
one of
send
those
a
things.
message.
It's like if you're not the first person, you're screwed.
Pretty much.
Like
and
LED
we
headlights
fucking were
too.
not.
I think like it's.
Yeah, we were not.
As soon as I saw it, I'm
Damn.
like, this is an $8,000 car with a motor in it. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think it was actually. I didn't know there was still that much of a demand for these cars. I
People
thought it was closer to
fucking-
like 4
people
or 5.
love these shit box
Turns
cars.
out, no, this car is still worth over like 8 is like what you're guaranteed.
yeah.
That's a sale
Oh,
price.
It's if you really stretch it out, you can get like 10 to 15.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been looking at fucking 2002 Imprezas.
and those are still 4.
And they're still
there's a
$4
$500
plus.
There's a $500 Impreza on Marketplace right now. I was looking at. It needs a throw out bearing. But
Speaking of things that are on marketplace, why don't you
this thing.
brief the people on this while I grab another drink? If it'll
So for
load.
anybody who doesn't know, the coolest vehicle that actually came to the United States that had very little sale numbers, it is a 1996 Suzuki X90 Sport
Sport,
2-door. This is all-wheel drive, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I thought.
How much
were.
they
I
want
think
for
they
this?
made them in all-wheel drive, but this one isn't. Because
This
if
one
you
is.
look at the
This
shifter,
one has 155,000
it has a
miles
single shifter and no
for
four-wheel drive.
$2,000. Marcus, you can attest. How minty is this?
But look at the seats.
Oh.
Seats
this
are a
one is
little
a
blown
red-
out.
No,
little blown out.
No. The fucking interior in this thing is mint as fuck.
It's a 96 with 155. Like
Still.
it's a true 155, but it's clean. The
That's
outside
a
is rust free.
clean.
It's a fucking sick mini. This thing is a Miata
much do they
that looks
want
like
for
it's
this?
lifted. $2,000.
Shit, that's not bad.
$2,000.
If it wasn't so high.
You're high.
What do you mean high?
liberal.
Price?
Like,
It's got
No, 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 no.
T-tops.
Oh, fucking T-tops.
It's 22
Man,
to
they
20.
need to fucking bring back
It gets a
T-top.
combined.
They're so
It gets a
unsafe.
combined MPG of 24 mile a gallon.
Because look, it's just a little cute
It's
guy.
just a cute little
with their
guy.
fucking Mercedes behind.
It's
Good
just a
Lord.
cute little guy.
It's just a little guy.
It's got decal on the side door. It's a Miata, smaller and taller.
Like these are 5-lug wheels. Look at how big the rim is compared to the lug pattern.
that's actually it's a 12-inch rim.
It shows you how small this thing really is.
Small.
It's small,
Small boy.
so that's cool.
Want $2,000 for this? Fuck, that ain't
$2,000
bad.
For a Manuel too.
Manual. Yeah.
Manuel.
So this thing's pretty fucking dope, by the way. I just thought it was fucking neat, really. But I've been
Pretty
looking
neat.
for I went to fucking Craigslist to find cheap cars.
Wow.
Because I'm like,
That's
so my
saying
tax
something.
return, I'm like, it'd be a smart investment to spend maybe $1,000 on something to flip and either flip it into a trade for something else that needs work, or to flip it and cash out on. Because ideally, once this job's over on the solar farm, I'll be able to have more time, can fix whatever it is that's broken on whatever car I buy, flip it, make cash, not be in perpetual debt, that whole thing. Or have something that has good trade value, and try to be able to find something to trade for it, and blah, 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 so and so. However, I do think I have $1,500 free to buy either a KLX 110 / with a 143 kit.
Fuck it.
Or a 2000.
Buy a boat. Let's go fishing.
Or hold on. Or a CRF 230F, which is a full size bike, but it's a really good trail bike. I had one in high school. There's one for sale on Craigslist for $1,600,
which I believe is right here.
Yes, Yep, there you go. $1,600. It's in St. Louis. Not bad.
University City.
Or there is a $500 454 big block jet boat, Marcus.
Jet boat
for $500. Could come with a trailer. We don't know yet.
Today only price.
Today only price $500. Which one
is
it?
It gone? Uh-oh.
You showed it to me. Did you save it?
I
You
didn't,
probably
I
didn't
didn't save it. I had seen it while we were standing there.
Right there. There it is.
There it is.
Crown Point, Indiana. $500.
This is
down from $900.
Buddy.
We don't. The sentence in the ad is selling this 454 big block project boat $500 today! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! There's 4 pictures.
There's 3 pictures.
Yeah,
They
one
don't
from
show
the
you
front.
anything good.
One from the front above view, like sitting on the bow, and then one of the engine. That's it.
Yeah. And
Is
there's
it worth $500? Sure.
Yeah,
spare
sure.
tire, I guess.
No,
for the
I
trailer?
think that came off the trailer.
Oh, it did.
I think
Yes,
that's
it's
the-
missing a tire.
I think
Okay.
that's the front wheel that's gone.
Correct.
It looks seaworthy. What do you guys think?
Hey, I bet that weighs little enough that the Subaru could tow it.
Yeah.
I bet it fucking. You know how much a 454 weighs?
It's in the back though.
True.
Weight distribution.
gonna flip.
Fine.
That's 20 feet away from your hitch.
I could tow this with the Subaru.
Fuck it. Let's buy a boat.
Could you? Yes. Should you? No.
Yeah, I don't need a boat. I really like to
that's the
stay away
last
from
thing.
water things. Water.
Because they sink
Cars.
your money, not just spend it.
Correct.
Cars light on fire and it's a problem. Boats sink and they're gone.
They also light on fire and sink sometimes.
Conveniently,
We
they
already
can-
have a boat. It just needs
You
completely
have a
restored.
boat that
You have access to a boat.
that needs completely
I'm not
restored.
buying a boat
Yeah.
anyway.
Buy the $1,000 one in Oglesby.
Not buying boats.
No.
We've been
Click that
over-
one. Can you
We've
click
been
that one real quick? It's $1,000.
in Oglesby.
$1,000. Who's selling it?
Runs inside.
Who's selling it?
Do you know that guy?
Nope.
All right, fair enough.
Scroll through. Oh, there's only 2.
Scroll through yeah. People are like, it's a boat. What else do you want to know?
It's a boat, motherfucker.
Runs inside needs to be redone. Yeah, I'm not. We're not
Either
buying.
way.
We're not doing boat stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe a KLX 110, maybe a CRF 230.
Whatever it is will beat the fuck out of a stock CRF 110.
Correct, for sure.
Thing's a dog.
Yeah, the rest of it will be spent on miscellaneous things, and then possibly $1,000 spent towards project car,
Project car.
/ flipper car, or really good daily that I'm into really cheap.
Fair.
So we'll see.
Like a Cobalt.
Maybe not.
No.
there
Like
is
a Cobalt.
there's an 06
No.
SI Civic for $600 in Missouri. They hit a deer, so he needs a core support and a radiator.
Is it an SI?
I think so.
Because that makes a big difference.
Wait, maybe it's not.
It's probably not an
It's
SI.
a base model with an auto.
It's not an SI then.
Okay,
The base
sorry.
model is like the high trim.
Sorry.
Because the base models have a limited slip in them. If that was the case, you need to buy that. Because SIs are dope.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's an SI. My bad.
No.
God damn it! I'm scrolling Facebook. Fucking marketplace.
Also, yeah, my
Why don't you
message
just be
has that red
present
one,
in the
I'm pretty sure. Did
conversation?
I send a picture?
Nah.
You sent me the listing.
Oh,
Or you sent me a picture of the listing.
yeah. I
It
think
should
it was
be
just a
right about
picture.
here.
Yes.
Good enough.
Hit deer, and I asked. So in the
not an
description,
SI.
a good description actually. But it said frame damage. I'm like, I asked her in the text I sent to this other person off Craigslist. I'm like, when you refer to frame damage, do you mean
Like
the
front.
underneath frame or just the frame that holds the radiator? They said just the frame that holds the radiator. I'm like, oh,
Easy
I can
fi-
weld in the
easy
core
fix.
support.
We can bend that
That's
back
easy.
out. We're
Yeah,
good.
that's easy. That's fine.
Yeah, I saw frame damage. Like, that sucks, but
Yeah, that's why I asked. It was worth
There
sending
you
a
go,
message
Andy.
to.
$250. Boat.
I don't need a boat. Find me a project car that I can make money on when it's fixed.
nobody's buying boats.
That's all I need. Oh, I did find a Camry, but it sold too fast.
Yeah, it sold
It was a
immediately.
Camry that needed a transmission, had a spare transmission in it. That is the Unsubscribed podcast
Yeah.
with Junkyard Diggs and Pewview.
I saw that.
They're all the Iowa boys because Nick, Fat Electrician, is also from there. So yeah.
Iowa. But yeah.
How about a Datsun?
No, he's
That's
not buying.
my car, not your car.
If he buys a Datsun, you're gonna kill yourself
Correct.
because he's not gonna do what you want with it, and you're gonna be.
I'm gonna put it on fucking 33s and
No!
rally cross it.
No!
Tons and portals.
No, I'll put it on a Dana 30 actually, just for
no.
shits and giggles.
Here you go.
Even I'll hate
Four
that.
grand for a Legacy?
No, it's too
Lifted?
much. They're dog shit.
They are
like
dog
ideally
shit.
$2,000 or less, preferably less than $1,000.
Subarus are $500 cars.
$800.
I think
for
I
a
have a
Forester.
2010 5.4 F-150 for
Not enough.
Right.
Oh,
for
2010.
500 to
Wait, hold on.
800.
The
Hold
core
on, here we
support
go.
unbolts on a 2010 were way better.
Yes,
off.
exactly. It's better
Worth.
off. And I think they're not box frame. They're C-channel frame. I'm pretty
2000.
sure.
God, you cocksucker.
What?
2004
No.
Subaru Forester.
No.
$800.
I've
It's
seen
slam.
it's white.
It's silver and slam with
Rims,
black
coilovers,
wheels. Yes,
runs like
silver
shit.
slam.
$1,000
Yes.
are best off.
Yes, and the listing is for $800. I have that one
Yeah.
saved. I showed Dominic that today. I'm like, honestly, the only problem is it's a 2.2 or it's a 2.5. If it was a
Yeah.
2.2, I'd buy it today.
You can put a 2.2 on it. I mean, in
I just
it.
don't
I mean,
want
on
it.
it. I mean, in it. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, that is I literally saw the exact car you're talking
Yeah.
of.
Don't buy
It
another
has
Subaru.
coilovers. It is slammed. It is kind of cool looking, but
Speaking of Subarus, another one blew up.
yeah,
It did the
So we-
classic Subaru thing.
So we had started it on Wednesday night. We started kind of just
Yeah.
disconnecting some stuff
Yep,
while we were
got the
hanging out.
airbox off, little electrical stuff,
And then
whatever.
Friday we roll in it. I got there about 5:30. Andy got there like
45,
5:40,
yeah, 5, I
5:50.
think 5:40, and it was out by like
I
no, I think I got there at like 35
have-
too.
This might have the info with this picture.
I think I got there at 30 or 35.
it was not.
And it was
very
out
late.
by like 10 to 6. I was there no more than 20 minutes and it was out.
I took this picture at 6:30, and it had been out enough time to already get all the timing and stuff off of it.
Yeah.
So by 6:30, it was out and stripped.
Correct.
Like down.
Yes. Yeah, the whole front timing and everything was off. Yeah. So
Because it was basically ready to come out when I got
yeah,
there.
10 minutes after this the heads were off, new gaskets were put on. It was fast.
The big problem is this one bolt hole stripped right the fuck out for no reason.
Huh?
Tightening the tensioner
Yeah.
or the pulley into this bolt, it pulled the threads clean out of it.
That was after I was
That
gone.
must have been after
Yes.
you left then.
like
Yeah.
Michael put it in there,
Just turned it, and it just kept
and then
turning.
it got tight, and then it got
didn't get-
real fucking
It didn't
loose.
get tight.
Oh,
it
didn't.
It just turned.
I looked at it. It legitimately looked like he just drilled and like sanded that hole out.
Yeah, it
It
immediately,
looked so fucking clean.
immediately pulled the threads right out of it.
Immediately.
But yeah, it came out without
Neat.
too much of a hassle. It did kind of.
Besides the
It did get into
the neck of
Oh,
the
yeah.
thermostat getting into the condenser
Andy did a thing
and popping a little hole in it.
It was one of the it hit the upper core support. And I'm like,
yeah,
it
sounded like
whatever.
sheet metal. I didn't even hear it hit the condenser. I just heard it
Did you
hit the
even take a
top,
picture
the
of it?
top rail
I have
of the
one.
core
I didn't,
support.
I didn't send it in, but it's fine.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like it hit the sheet metal. We're fine.
you and I saw the same thing.
it
just kinda
already
touched.
happened. Like before I even knew it happened,
Yeah.
the condenser was
see the
already
mark?
hit
There's a little mark in here somewhere. It's hard to see.
on the right side, like right
Be-
next to
be
that
like-
bolt.
somewhere in
right
here.
there, right
it's
where your
not
mouse
that.
is.
That's too far over.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think.
Gotta be.
I don't know. Either way, there's a mark in it somewhere about where this sticker is. But
Yeah.
It tore about a 4-inch slot into it. And
Yeah.
It leaked a little bit, so
Yeah.
we had to
4-inch long, not even a quarter-inch deep. It was not very deep. It's
scratched
just
it.
yeah.
But just enough that it was starting to leak, so we reclaimed all the AC out of it, so it wasn't just leaking into the air because that's bad. Whoops.
Yeah.
What do you laugh? We did. That's literally what we did.
Oh, in the background of this picture, we have a sick ass fucking tote.
I'm
lid
working on
thingy
it.
Okay.
Oh, first of all, heads
Yeah,
off.
head gasket.
Head gasket
Angie.
did in fact leave the chat.
Yeah.
Coolant from this galley pushed right through this little ring right into the cylinder. So we were
Yeah.
that's what we thought it was when it happened.
And you were right.
Turns out it is what it was. So this wasn't all in vain. That helps a lot.
Yes.
Okay, these pictures are all out of order. Let me just skip to the funnel since we talked about it. Where's the picture? Oh, I took it out of this album. I put
Oh
it
no.
right
in
here.
Yours, yeah.
This I was talking about 2 weeks ago. This is the tote top mega funnel.
It's
It's
pretty
so
sick.
fucking
This
tits.
thing's fucking awesome.
They
It's
cleaned
so
up this
fucking cool.
entire corner of the shop, and there's still room on it. It's pretty nice.
so much nicer now. So you just take all these random buckets full of oil and
Well,
drain
'cause-
pans and just set them on top of it upside down.
You can actually see in the bottom left-hand corner the 55-gallon drum that was cut in half.
used to be the mega
used
funnel.
to be the mega funnel.
Yes, so it was
And
a
it
foot tall.
sucked.
A foot tall with like a metal grate in the bottom.
Yeah.
So you're standing on top of random buckets to get up
Yeah.
high enough to dump into it.
Yes.
versus this is now one giant
fucking
smooth funnel.
Right about nipple height, it's fucking perfect.
You could take a
Like,
5-gallon bucket, and as fast as you can pour it, it'll
Yeah.
take it down.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
pretty
much
nice.
nicer.
It's
It didn't
so
have
fucking
any
cool.
way to fasten it, so I just drilled some zip ties into the corners.
Yeah, it works.
Just so it doesn't
perfect.
get bumped.
It works
Just in case,
great.
yeah.
It wasn't going to fall off, but I'm
But
just like,
now it's really not going to fall
I'm just like,
off,
I'll
so.
throw one on each corner. It's not
Yep.
going to go anywhere. But
Yeah, we tested it. All the oil and antifreeze and everything that came out of Michael's car, we dumped in it, and all the bucket oils and
Yeah.
mist
All
or
the-
whatever.
Yeah, how many buckets did you dump in there?
Probably like
3
4 or
5-gallon
5, yeah.
buckets.
like just full of random oils
Shit.
that have been
Yeah.
sitting there. We also got the tote emptied right before this, so it was a very
Mm-hmm.
convenient time to do it. But got that all drained out. That worked awesome.
If you don't have one, highly recommend.
If you have an IBC tote and you don't have a mega top funnel for it, you should get one. It's
Yeah.
like $280. It showed up in. I ordered it like. It would have been. I ordered it Thursday morning. No.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because we talked about on that podcast.
Did I say that I'd ordered
yeah.
it? Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, it was either Thursday
Whatever
or for
it
sure
was,
Friday morning.
I
yeah.
ordered it Thursday morning. It was there Friday.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Like it was the next, which ships from Wisconsin.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's
it
I
was,
remember you saying
it was
that, yeah.
next day.
Nice.
I'm like, this is awesome.
A little pricey, but
At $280 for a thing that's 4x4
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
metal
it's-
grate,
yeah.
yeah.
You know.
specifically designed for that.
Yeah.
It saves so much effort.
Yeah.
though.
It's very
so
worth
nice.
it. A little
Yes,
pricey,
very
but
nice.
worth it.
Very nice.
Speaking of pricey but worth it, Mike owes me a bunch of money
Oh, yeah?
because I rebuilt his exhaust.
Wow.
So when he got the car,
V-bands?
yeah,
Yeah.
it had the stock exhaust on it that had been welded and replaced like 3 different times.
So,
Yeah.
like mine.
It was patched together pretty poorly.
Is yours still hanging on
Oh, yeah.
with our little tack welds and
I mean,
shitty
it
clamp on
leaks
it?
like a cocksucker.
It does not leak. It's fine.
No,
I need to put a
it
V-band
leaks.
on mine in the same spot that yours is because mine's also fucked up.
That's where the donut
we're just-
gasket was.
Yeah, and I also put it in a reducer with a clamp, and I just need to put a fucking V-band there, plain
Yeah.
and simple.
So
So you
we-
probably should too.
So the plan
But you're-
is,
yeah, you're
is
gonna redo
I'm
it,
gonna
yeah.
rebuild that entire exhaust system because it's
I don't think I'm gonna redo it.
mismatched and fucking leaky and bullshit, and I'm tired of listening to it.
I just want to try to get rid of some of the drone. If that means I have to put a muffler back on it, I'm kind of okay with it.
It go up a size in exhaust, put a muffler on to
Yep.
kind of tame
No,
it.
just whatever I have to do in its current configuration to get it to not drone, that's fine.
A muffler
I think
will help
the
a lot.
giant exhaust leak directly under my seat will help
Definitely won't
drone
help.
less.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that'll help.
So,
and
yeah.
V-banding that would just be nicer.
So when Michael got this, he bought just a 3-inch stainless exhaust kit. And in my head, I'm like, I'll help him put this together. And then I showed up, and he's like, it's already done. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, how'd you already do it? He's like, I just did it myself and like MIG welded all the stainless pipe together, which hurts my soul a little bit. But
yeah, you know,
so
that's
of
how I
course,
do it.
he put it together in like an afternoon, so there's no joints in it, there's no clamps in it. So to
Correct.
get it off,
Yes.
it's one.
The top sides
20-foot
on almost
piece.
every weld was not done.
Yeah,
From the headers back all the way to the,
the headers to the end of the tailpipe
Yeah.
was one piece.
Yep.
Yes.
He's like, can you cut this apart and like put some V bands in it? He's like, I can order some. I'm
Yeah.
like, I have a 4-pack of them sitting right there. I'll put them on right now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, that would actually be great.
Yeah.
So I'll scroll through these real quick.
Yeah. Couple of
So I started slicing some stuff up. I made some Sharpie marks to help kind of keep everything
Yeah.
aligned.
fair enough.
But here's his tailpipe section with a 1/4-inch exhaust.
Yeah, it's the
hanger.
it's the most overkill bracket you've ever seen.
But it worked.
But it
you
worked.
can see the top of all these pipes is black
Black
from
because
soot
it fucking leaks.
because you welded it on the car.
Yeah.
So the top literally just isn't welded. Like that's bare pipe flange.
It's booger weld.
Yeah.
It welded good.
Yeah.
The problem is now it's full of soot and dirt.
Yeah,
from
so-
a year of driving it.
Yeah,
so
you just
now-
kind of hope that whatever weld you are gonna put on top of it, it just kind of
yeah.
fixes.
So that's after I cut this back one off. Here's
Yeah.
all one piece all the way up to the front. Like it's one
Yeah.
entire piece. So it's such
I mean,
a
up
pain.
until the muffler, it's not bad. Like that's that one piece is fine to be
Oh
one
yeah,
piece. So.
it's 3-piece.
But where the donut should be,
oh yeah,
aka where the
is
muffler is,
where
that's where you should have
this
the V-band.
combination starts to exist.
Yeah.
So this is a 3-inch
Wow.
muffler to a 3-inch reducer to a 2-inch
2-inch?
to a 2-inch
Yeah.
pipe with
2-inch OD into a 2-inch ID.
there's a little bit of mismatch and it's just kind of
yeah.
you can
weld to fit.
weld on the inside of the pipe to try to seal it. He just reached in there and zapped it. And
Yeah.
so I'm
Fuck
looking at
it.
this. I'm like, this kind of sucks. He's like, it works. I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
not
right,
really
yeah,
because
I
it
suppose.
leaks.
I'm like, well, yeah, but no. So I'm like, I'm gonna cut this apart and do it a little bit nicer because I already had a 3-inch to 2.5 adapter.
Yeah.
And there's some 2.5-inch pipe laying back here actually that I can use
Yeah.
to adapt it down further.
yeah.
He's like, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Because he was working on his house all day. He's like, if you want to do whatever, do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I just took this stuff, cut it into manageable chunks or whatever, just threw it. Because, of course, I drove my car there to work on it. I'm like, I don't want to put this in the bed of the car. Like, this sucks. Dad's like, just take the truck. I'm like, that's a great idea. I'll drive your 280,000 mile 6-liter back and forth
like
to
a
home.
Cadillac.
Oh my god, it's so nice still.
It's
I
so
cannot
nice.
believe how nice that truck is at 280,000 miles.
We love that truck.
Drives other than the steering wheel is about 10 degrees crooked. From just a bad alignment.
Yeah, I was like, that's just a bad steering
It's not
box.
play.
And You don't need to fucking.
It has a new steering box on it, I think.
Fair.
It's just got aligned bad.
It's one tooth off.
Yeah, something. It's like, it's fine. You rest your hand on it nicer. So I just stole that, hopped in the truck, and drove it back to work so I could actually like weld it up nicely and
Wow.
cut some flanges and put it together. You can see giant holes in the pipe still. Again, I know Andy does it all the time, but I will never stop preaching about the greatness of V-bands. They're just perfect. They work.
Wait, what do you? What? I like them.
No, I said preaching. Like you tell everybody about them.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever anyone's building exhaust, you're like, just use V-bands.
It's just you gotta.
They're just
I don't
better.
even care if they're the cheap shit Amazon ones. They're so fucking good.
They're just because they're infinitely
Yeah.
clockable and you could take them apart. They're
Yeah,
just,
they're
It's
better.
way
so
better than the
nice.
fucking U-bolt.
Yeah, I
clamps
wish
they made.
every fucking parts store just had V-bands rather than the fucking clamps.
Yeah, that'd be
It'd be
nice.
so much easier.
Because the U-bolt clamps, you put them together once, the pipe's ruined.
yes,
It
correct.
crushed it into place. You had to
Yep.
beat it apart, and then it
Yep.
won't go back together.
Yeah, and it's
90% of the people using the clamps still are going to have a welder out. So you might as well, you could stick weld a fucking V-band clamp on. It's still going to work 10 times
say,
better
even
than
if
a
you-
fucking clamp.
Even if you booger weld it, it probably still seals pretty good because you have to kind of force
Yes,
the pipe on
they're
there.
pretty good. Yeah, they're almost always good.
They're so nice. So I just set it up
Mm-hmm.
all on the bench at work and just kind of, did some things. Did it need to be TIG welded?
No. Does it
Is
look cool? Yes.
It's like, it's 7 o'clock. It's nice out. I got the doors open. I'm like, fuck it. I'll take some time, do it nicely.
Yeah,
Took off his weird, goofy collector and
good
made my
lord,
own,
Nice.
it looks a lot better.
It looks a little bit better. You could see like this is how a fab shop works: is you stack random shit up on random pieces,
but
to,
it worked perfectly
to
did it
mimic
not?
exactly how it fits up in the car.
Yeah,
So it's like stack this, stack that, line it all up, and then just slowly put it together, and it turned out really cool and awesome and nice. So that's how you build an exhaust for a Subaru. You just slowly TIG weld a bunch of stainless pipes together that are covered in dirt and
Yeah,
rust
like
and
the last
soot.
year,
And,
yeah.
and then this would be Wednesday?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I show up because I'm going to help Michael do some stuff. Motor's in the car when I get there at 5. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? How do you do this?
Yeah.
He's like, I rolled in at 3:30 and didn't stop inside to talk to the parents. He's like, I just went straight out here, got started. Like, the motor's in, the drive shaft is in.
We pulled it motor and trans together.
Yeah.
He took the heads off to do the gaskets, put everything back in. It was all together.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he also serviced the transmission.
Yeah, he dropped the
Did
pan.
he do a
did new-
condenser too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, got a new condenser and new radiator. 'Cause his
Order
was
a brand
full
new
of oil.
condenser, or
Yeah, it was like
Oh,
60
okay.
bucks. But
Sick.
and I get there and it's already in. I'm like, how the fuck did you do this? Because you left the drive shaft in the car and just slid it out of the transmission.
Oh.
I'm like, how the fuck did you drop this in and line that up yourself? He's like, it was kind of tricky. I'm like, what? You can't just say it was tricky.
Magic.
Michael does not follow the laws of physics
No.
when he works on
Yeah.
stuff. He just makes things happen.
Yeah, the
somehow.
rate at which he works defies
Yeah.
human existence.
His
I
like
guess.
work time efficiency is like 140% or so. It's some
It is
ignorant.
fucking-
It's
it
over
is
what's
stupid.
possible.
Yeah.
Like all the quoted jobs, like, oh, it's an 8-hour job. I finished it in 2.
yeah.
What do you mean? So he just does magic like this randomly. I'm like,
Magic.
oh, this thing's almost done. Like it was like 6:30 and he was running the car.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you do this?
And then I showed up and reminded him that the intake
Well-
manifold wasn't tight all the way.
Yeah, because you never told him that.
Because you told me not to tighten it.
I didn't tell you not to tighten it.
Bull
Did I?
fucking shit.
Why would I tell you that?
You said don't tighten that all the way because he's gonna have to take this off for some fucking reason.
that
so I
doesn't
just
sound like
snugged
something
him
I would
up.
say.
I don't know.
I said
It
he
wasn't tight.
I said, are you going to replace the upper intake gasket because there's 2 gaskets? And you're like, nah, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was
Yeah.
the uppers because they have the little
There is a
zoom tube on them.
There's
or
a,
the fuck you
a
call
gasket where the injectors go and then another gasket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcus didn't replace the upper one. So I'm like,
Meh,
well,
whatever.
I'm like, are you going to replace those? He's like, nah, fuck it. But it's like 6:30. This thing's running, whatever. I'm like, well, I'm going to go inside and eat and come back out. Mm-hmm. He comes back out, or I come back out, and he is like, he's had it. He's over it already. I'm like, what has happened? He fired it up. It was running for 10 minutes or whatever. Oil pressure light comes on. the little like red genie pot little light.
Yeah.
And he's just because he just put oil and like some cleaner in there to kind of get it, freshened up.
Yeah.
So he changes the oil, does all this stuff, light's still on. It's like, can you imagine you just tear your motor apart, rebuild the whole thing, put it in there, and then you have low oil pressure? Just a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'd be pretty
so
fucking
what's
pissed.
the problem?
So we unscrew the oil pressure sensor, screw in an actual like physical
Is that
gauge.
the thing that got shot out of it and is retapped and whatever? What is
No,
that?
that
That's
is
a
the
VVT?
pressure sensor for his VVT.
Oh,
setup.
okay,
Completely
okay.
different. The main one's like in the center of the motor. These are on the edges, but
Okay.
so the main one, unthread it, screw a tester in there, like 28 pounds of idle. Oh, it's fine. Okay, never mind. The sensor somehow went bad. It just happened to be on first startup. It happened to go bad. Conveniently,
And thank God there was a
conveniently,
spare.
there's a whole nother 2.5 sitting in the corner of the shop.
True.
I'm
yeah,
like,
look at
like,
that.
take the one off that car. He's like, actually, yes, I'm going to definitely do
yeah.
that.
God, I hope
Was it the
plug's
same plugs and everything?
Yeah.
Same plug, same
What
sensor.
the fuck?
On your motors, everything's different. On these motors that are
This is
6 years
horseshit.
different, they're identical. Well, the
So,
sensor was the same.
Also, that Friday when you guys all helped
Yeah.
him pull that
Last
engine,
Yeah.
I came over after the fish fry.
Yes.
And-
Without bringing us fish.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick, for bringing
I
us the
didn't
fish.
have money.
Me.
They only took cash. I don't carry cash.
Me.
Oh, I needed to pay Nick back.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you do.
Pay him on Thursday.
Wait a minute.
Next
Wait a minute,
Thursday.
he's not here.
Yeah.
He's in
But,
Iowa or something.
So-
Oh, yeah. He's driving all over the damn place.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
While you guys went inside and ate, because I was kind of helping Michael clean the heads up and the pistons and everything.
Yeah.
I went over and stole the knock sensor
Mm-hmm.
out of my motor, or
Put-
the original
Yeah. The,
motor that came out of the red car.
It's still in Brian's parents' shop.
It's still laying on the ground.
yeah, we need
Yes.
to get rid of that.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. And went and took the knock sensor off of
'Cause
the
you're-
engine because I kept getting the check engine
keep
light
getting
for the
a
knock
sensor
sensor.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out the knock sensor that was on that motor was just
Broken
like
in half.
cracked to shit and like not happy. So
And a completely different pin out.
and a
I
completely
saw-
different fucking.
I saw another person
clip.
bitching about knock sensors in the second gen group. Same exact thing. The whole like around that whole diameter
Yep.
of the circle
broken
in
was
half.
broken in half.
Yep.
Yeah.
so as the engine vibrates, it's like it's knocking itself to pieces.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like,
know what to
I
do.
don't know. It's like, no, the sensor's just loose, technically.
Well, it's not loose, but it's
Well, with it cracked,
not
it is.
fully
moving.
connected. So the
Yeah.
resonant frequency of the sensor
me.
itself
Yeah,
is
exactly.
resonating
You're
the
resonating.
same.
It's old hard plastic that's now
Yeah,
two pieces.
poopy. So, yeah, I did that, and
Did it go away?
yep, still haven't got a fucking check engine light, so that's nice to not
It's a huge.
Yeah.
stare at. I
Hey,
just
you
had
just
to
modified
fix
the fuck out of
the
the
fucking ABS
sensor
light.
itself.
Does the car shake at idle still?
Yeah,
Okay. I was hoping that would fix it.
It's
Nope.
just nervous.
It's just a little shaky.
no,
Or just
like
bleeding trans fluid everywhere.
yeah. I also think so. I want to get the trans fixed, and once I fix the trans, I want to adjust the
No.
throttle cables just a hair,
For what?
just to bring the idle up.
You need to
just a hair.
fucking lube them with white lithium grease.
Give him that.
Your throttle cable is the stickiest fucking cable I've ever
it
touched.
really?
Yes,
Is
1,000%.
it?
It should not be 0 to 30%. It should be a fluid 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It
You're
is
just not used to
fucking
automatics.
bad. Huh?
You're just not used to
No, it's the
automatics.
fucking throttle cable. I promise you.
Noted.
Yes.
He's talking about the throttle stop specifically of
Yeah.
how it
No,
idles
that's
too
fine.
low. Yeah.
But you should also shove a fucking white lithium grease, the little red,
Yep.
tube they give
Yep,
you.
yep.
Shove that fucker
down your pee hole.
down the pee hole of the throttle cable, and also lube everything up under the dash because it is fucking sticky.
Probably not the worst idea, I suppose.
It's bad.
Noted.
It's not good.
We're gonna fix the transmission first because it
Fair.
was a quart low, and I filled it up, and it's fine.
Oh, actually, we could use that chain lube. That's all you have, like 5
We have
cans
some-
of.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
that
have
would
a
be
lot of that.
perfect lube for.
I need to
that.
chain
for
lube
a
my fucking
chain-ish
bike.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm out now. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Ride it.
Start
What are you
riding,
doing?
pussy.
Just because it's raining every day.
I thought about buying a motorcycle, but it's the ones I was looking at were 25 to 3, and that's most of my tax return.
Just get an H2 on a loan. You're fine.
Oh,
It's only a couple
I
hundred
don't
bucks a
need
month.
more loans.
You just refinance another loan. It's fine.
No.
refi. It's just.
Yeah.
I
that
want to buy a
simple.
Focus RS so bad, and I can afford it on a loan.
I sent
but
you that one for
can't.
$3,000.
Yeah,
It was a
Focus RS, quote unquote.
It was a base model Focus with the worst RS body kit I've ever seen.
the most Amazon steering wheel in the fucking world.
The paint, I bet it's still in here too.
Just
I
Focus RS.
I hate
oh
it.
yeah, actually.
Like
yeah.
I said, I'm like cheapest one in the country. You're like that
Probably
thing's
4 or
awful.
5 days ago. Holy cow!
Oh yeah,
right there.
Is it still here?
Yeah. I forget this.
Oh,
is,
this thing's expired. No,
No.
that means he either sold it or got bullied off the internet.
He probably got bullied.
Damn. All right.
It was up for like a month because when I was actually looking for the cheapest RS I could find,
That
it
thing
was
kept popping up.
That was like a month ago.
Damn.
Okay. Well, fair enough. We'll go back. We'll just rip through my stuff, then we can get
Yeah.
out of here. But
Ugh.
so I towed Joe's car, whatever, yada yada. It was gonna storm, and it happened to be like perfect golden hour
Neat. Yeah. It's
when I
pretty good
stopped,
lighting,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I just parked the truck here because I had to pull Dad's truck back to where because it kind of blocks where my trailer is because I moved my
Yeah.
trailer there. Thanks. I like leaving it there. It's very nice. The mice didn't eat it, but
Yeah.
so I had to back his truck up to get it. So I had to
Leaving on
pull
the
it back
gravel is
in.
awfully nice.
Yeah. So I like just pulled my truck. I'm like, damn, it looks good, and
Yeah.
it just does. It's just so pretty.
Yeah. Still a fan of the wheels.
Oh, it looks. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Pure cinema.
Yeah.
Anyway, not important. Wires.
New
Fixed-
wires.
Fixed so many wires.
Fuck them mice.
MAF sensor fixed. This cable track that holds the wires can fuck right off. I hate it.
It looks
I hate-
very secure.
It's like clips with little
Oh,
tabs on it
yeah.
everywhere. I just broke all of them. Like I'm gonna zip tie this closed later.
Fine.
Fuck
Every
it.
but it's like this one opens out. This part opens up. This
Yeah.
part
Oh,
opens
yeah.
up
Oh,
the
yeah.
other way. I'm just like, I'm breaking all these clips. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm like, this is so stupid.
Fuck
It's
it.
a race car. It's
Zip,
fine.
zip ties and duct tape will fix
Wait.
95% of your
Wait,
issues.
does it move?
No.
Yes. Should it move? No. Duct tape. Does it move? No. Should it move? Yes. WD-40. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. Breaking all these clips, cut them with a side cut. I'm like, I don't care. Whatever. These suck.
Yep,
Finally
just
get it
get rid
apart.
of 'em.
Fuck.
Of course, all the new connectors are just like 3 wires are black. I'm like, but that doesn't work because
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
What do
supposed
you
to be.
mean?
So I had to
Yeah.
compare them with the old. It went all right.
Yeah.
Did that.
Yep.
Got this is my reverse sensor.
You know,
Yeah.
this is reminding me a lot of your Hyundai from the Washington trip.
I do have a problem with wiring, I'll be honest. That one wasn't mice. That was pennies in the
yeah.
fuse box.
Yeah.
It still ran.
It ran somehow, some way.
It got to the parts store.
Multiple
Yeah,
times.
a couple times.
The O2 sensor should not, the connector should not be on top of the exhaust. I don't know why they put it there. Hyundai, because
Hey guys, by the way, it's another odd year. It's time for a guys trip this year.
I'm busy this year or
Nope.
something. I
Can't.
don't know. You don't have the money either.
I
Poor.
thought about a around Lake Michigan trip
Around
on bikes.
the wor-
Brian's got to own a bike though.
Around
so.
Lake, I can't own a bike. I'm get kicked out of the will.
It's the will now.
Okay.
That's-
No.
yes.
What
It
are
was-
they gonna give?
Hold
you?
on.
Let's
Wait a
be
minute.
honest.
It was-
stipulation.
It was while I lived at the house, I couldn't own it, and then I moved out. They're like, well,
Yeah.
actually, let's move
Okay,
the
so
goalposts a
fine.
little bit.
What if you just bank on getting your grandparents' stuff?
No,
and
no,
you just
no.
Fucking
No.
run off
Gotta-
your parents.
Choose
You
my
give
battles.
me and Andy half the money each to buy a bike that
it's-
we own together that you
It
drive.
doesn't work like that.
Bullshit.
It doesn't work like it's
It's my bike that I own that you ride.
the Lord will know that I'm cheating this deal.
Bull fucking shit.
Different hose and area codes. It don't matter. We're in a
4 doors,
different
more hose.
state.
I don't know what's going on here.
Full
Yeah,
domo
no, I
pimpin'.
really did think about. I would love to do the
We just
around
have to,
Lake
we
Michigan.
have to do a simple
like
trip.
yeah. Well, no, like that could be a,
you
that could
already
be
own
a
a
5
bike.
or
He
6
can buy
days.
a bike. Yeah,
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
5 or 6 days trip. Honestly.
that's a
long-
lot of days on a bike, though, is it not?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it sounds
My
sounds
back.
awful.
But it's only like 1,200 miles.
Oh,
we
that's
could do
not
that in like
bad.
an hour
I know.
on a bike. You just
Yeah, but I like
do it in 10 hours.
like Silver Lake, Michigan is 6 hours away. By the way, there's the parts car suit. I'm forgot to mention this.
oh no,
There's a parts car second gen that I'm looking at for the transmission for $500.
right next to Silver Lake.
An hour away from Silver Lake.
That is awfully close.
We can fit my Subaru, my Jeep, and your truck all on my trailer. We just have to get a hotel room that day.
Can we?
Yes.
Is it longer? But it's longer than your camper by a pretty good amount,
But
isn't it?
we can cheat whatever has the most overhang. We can cheat that off the back
We could
of
fit
it.
your Subaru into the bed of my truck pretty
Yes.
far.
Oh yeah,
probably.
my Subaru can fit underneath my Jeep a lot.
I can park my truck so ass end towards the front of your gooseneck, right? I'll take my winch, go over my cab to your gooseneck, and pick the front of my truck up, pull your car underneath it, it'll set it on the roof.
We can.
It's fine.
Like I said, I think we could. Well, the good thing is
we
we
have
can
a-
test it. We can test it at my house
have the
before we go
exact
pick up the parts
car
car.
to test it.
Apparently that parts car has a bad motor, but it will run onto a trailer. I just need to bring a battery. So I'll just bring
you have
that
a
battery.
winch
Well, yes,
on your. You have a winch. My
but I'd
truck
rather
has a
just
winch.
drive it up because
You-
it's going to be the last
You
car.
just
on it, so,
load
yeah.
everything up like
Yes.
you're loading the tractors up when you go to the
Loading the
tractor show.
tractors is a cocksucker. Don't
Yeah,
don't do
tractor loading is actually the most complicated shit in the fucking.
because you pull
world.
it on the trailer and then turn it
Honestly,
90 degrees.
I have more fun watching people like at Rantoul. Watching the loading bay, people just do it. It's so chaotic. It's fucking.
Because
I love it.
You're 1 inch from falling off the trailer to load them perfectly.
Yes, on a beautifully restored antique tracker, and there's fucking 4 people on both sides of you on this loading dock. Oh, it's
and a clutch
glorious.
pedal that is a millimeter from jumping off the trailer.
It's 3 foot of throw, but you only engage a quarter inch of it.
Good
Yeah.
lord.
and somehow it works perfectly every time. I don't get it. No one ever dies. It doesn't make farmers are built different.
Correct. Very autistic, but different.
Like when we went to Rantoul last year, we had like 5 or 6 tractors on our semi.
on one. Yeah.
When we came back, we only put 4 on there. we used a
How
different
the
trailer.
fuck did we? How the
We
fuck
used
did
a
we get
different
it?
trailer to get them back.
Yeah.
We're like, that was so hard. We're not doing that again.
Yeah, because you guys had them like double stack. Because you brought the
What
two
you
Super
do-
M's.
yes.
What
Narrow
you do
fronts.
with narrow fronts,
Yes.
so basically it's shaped like a T.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
back it on there,
Cockeyed.
and then
Yes.
you turn it 45
Yep.
degrees. So
Yeah,
you can pull
put
the
the
next
other
one.
one in
Yeah,
there.
you do the opposite 45.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
It's,
yeah.
Let me actually just throw the picture up because I can get to it pretty quick.
It's
that would have
it
been
is yeah. We do the same with our
It's such
my
a-
grandpa's 30 series tractors, the late late
Yeah.
60s, early 70s tractors.
It's such a pain in the dick.
Yeah, I think he used to do the 330 on the top deck of the flat deck, and then the bottom deck there had 4 tractors. There's 5 tractors total. Yeah, so little 330 or no, the Gator and the 330 were on the top
Did
deck.
they still make those?
Yeah. Oh fuck, they'll never stop making them.
Well, now they're more like UTVs.
Yeah,
and less
now
like
they're actually.
lawnmowers.
My grandpa's is a golf cart that just has a John Deere sticker on it.
Yeah.
But actually, he used to have. Now he has a 580 John Deere UTV. Actually,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Here's
either
the
way.
pictures of us loading for last. This was in 23.
Hell yeah.
So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
There's
tractors.
6. Yeah,
On
a,
one
on a step
semi.
deck semi.
If you notice, this is staggered across the step,
And there's
up on
not
the
much
top.
left on that side.
Like, that's overhanging.
who's that guy there? Is that Brad?
Brad.
That's Mark.
Oh
Michael's
yes,
friend.
it is Mark. Yes.
Michael's old man friend.
Yes.
Chicken
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Yes.
But it's like
Mark.
we're at the extreme limit of everything.
You got 4 feet on the dove.
There's
You're
a little bit of
fine.
room,
You're fine.
You could fit the golf cart on the ass end of that thing.
but it's like the problem is you have to chain all these down. still.
Yeah,
So there is
just a
lattice
fucking
work.
spaghetti of fucking.
they're
chains
as
around
close
this
as they
bitch.
can be
There's
to
Brad.
everything. Yeah, that's Brad.
Yeah.
Then there's your old man.
Logan.
There's Michael.
Michael's
Our-
sweaty.
Our purple semi.
Oh no, it's Logan.
That's
It's
Logan.
Logan
Logan.
sweaty.
Everybody was sweaty. It was hot,
Yeah, it's fucking June.
hot and stressful.
Yeah.
But like, there's no empty space here.
Nope.
Like, all we could do is scoot back. Oh, wait a minute.
hey, look at that first gen just
I was about to say,
hanging
I'm like,
out over there.
there's your
Wow.
proportioning valve.
Why did he
right
not?
there.
Why did he not tell any of us that he fucking scrapped it?
I don't remember why. There was a reason.
I gave him the
somewhere.
motor. He was like,
The
I think
motor
I'm
was
gonna make
wrong.
it.
He
Yeah,
still
I know.
owes me money for it.
I know.
Yeah.
But like, I gave him the motor for it. Not anything was said, and then it was scrapped. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And like today, I would drive anywhere to find a motor for it, put a motor in it, and sell that car for $2,000.
Yeah.
I missed the automatic seatbelts in that thing.
Yeah.
It was too fancy.
It was
Yeah.
too good. And the sunroof worked. Oh, I missed that car.
But yeah, it's awfully cozy on here, loading tractors front to back.
Twatter.
Like there's inches between these.
Yes, it's tight.
It's that is risky shit. I don't remember why we started this, but anyway,
risky business.
some sort of loading things in tightly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't remember how we got there.
I don't.
Anyway,
either. Yeah.
fixing
Wiring.
wiring. Here's my reverse connector. Only one person on the planet makes it. It's like a $35 connector.
Fuck.
Yeah. we love
Because
it. No heat
it
shrink
do-
on that, or
nah, well, it's the heat shrink connector. It's fine.
no? I know on the wires though.
Nah.
Just- that's an open buffet for the mices.
This is American wire, not Japanese soybean-based
Oh, yeah.
stupid
Soybean ass
wire.
bullshit.
I'm gonna leave it on the trailer next year. It's fine. But just put all the connectors back together. This one I didn't have to buy a new connector because it was torn just far enough I could fix
Yeah, I'll
it.
say that's
Nice.
just barely enough to fit the fucking connector.
There was not a lot of extra room. There's the funnel again.
Yeah. Throwout bearing.
Throwout bearing.
Ooh, wow.
It's rusty and
Yeah.
dust. The clutch.
There's some missing metal there, I see.
It turns all right still, but it was nice to get the newer, better
Yeah,
one
no,
in.
you should do that.
Yeah.
Your not very big clutch disc.
My little tiny baby clutch, which
Yeah.
so there's a pinion bearing that goes into the flywheel.
Correct.
Okay.
It is like a 5/8 inside diameter, like 1 inch outside. It's a tiny little
Yes.
bearing. I have no way to pull it out.
Bread.
That's what everybody.
bread.
No, really, no.
I know,
Yeah.
that is-
You shove chunks of bread in it
Yeah.
and you tap it in with a punch.
You tap it in with a bolt
and
and
it
push it out.
like essentially it forms to where the punch isn't.
Yeah.
So
well,
then
it creates basically
reverse-
hydraulic pressure
Yeah.
and
Yes,
pushes it out.
yes.
But I'm like, do I go inside and explain to mom why I need 2 loaves of bread right now?
loaves of
You
bread
need
right
like
now.
4 pieces. I'll
Yeah,
be
I'm just like,
honest. yeah.
Oh
I'm like-
my god.
I'm like, no. I'm like, well, first I'm like, how the fuck did I do the Fiesta one?
Yeah.
I'm like, we have.
I
to
have an
the
axle
tool.
bearing puller, but not a
Not
not
to
a
fit-
5/8 fucking.
No.
No, it's like a 3-inch fucking.
I'm just like, how did we do the one in
Yeah.
the Fiesta? This doesn't make any sense. I'm like, we just did this a couple months ago. Like, we
Yeah.
have to have one. And then I'm like, oh no. One, the engine that I got for it was out of an automatic, so it didn't have a pinion bearing.
Ah.
2, I put a new flywheel on it, so it didn't have it pressed in there yet.
Correct.
So I'm like, shit. I'm like, so we don't have one anywhere. Nobody drives a manual other than me, and the whole everybody here. The only one that did was Brad with his 2nd-gen Dodge, which was probably like a 2-inch fucking
yeah.
pinion
Oh yeah.
bearing.
Way bigger.
And it was over at Grandpa's, and I know he has one, but I'm like, I don't know where it's at. I'm like,
yeah.
I'll go buy one. Harbor Freight, $25. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, this is worth having. Put it in there,
Yes.
turned it out in 1 second. I'm like,
Correct. Yeah.
good. There goes half my day driving back and forth, but it's
Love
worth
that. Yep. It happens.
Put the clutch on, everything fit good. Had the alignment tool in there, everything worked good. Once Michael's car was running, we went and put the transmission into the car. This is my little ingenious
pre-filter
idea.
filter. Yeah.
Oh.
So my air box fills full of dirt because where it pulls air from is right where my front tire throws dirt
Yeah.
up.
Correct.
So like I did one event, the Freeze Your Curds rally.
Yeah.
My entire air box was full of dirt. Every
Yes.
inch of it, other than a
Yes.
little bit where the air was flowing,
Yes.
was full of dirt. I'm like,
Yes.
I have to do something.
Not good.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to just run a raw, open, hot air intake
Can't.
like me with a
Stock
filter in
box.
the,
Gotta have a
Fair.
stock-
Yeah.
have
That's
to have a
fair.
stock box.
I
for
may
stock
or may not
class.
have been illegal on this.
Yours was technically.
Luckily, I didn't get a fucking trophy, so nobody can.
I say,
you know,
yours is kind of in
protest it.
stock location, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a stock or stock-ish box.
Now that I'm in modified or prepared,
Prepared.
it's different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this is a custom thing that I thought up in my head. It just happens to work really good. So the metal part is a 2-inch trash pump strainer,
2-inch diameter,
2-inch
8-inch long.
2-inch pipe thread.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's actually about 3-inch in diameter and about
Yeah.
6 inches long.
Yep.
This filter is for a Banshee. It's a 3x5 inch
Yes.
pre-filter.
I know the exact thing. Yes, because they have dual.
They have dual
filters this length and size. Yes.
Yeah, they have
For
dual
sure.
filters about
Yeah, this is a
size.
sand screen essentially.
Yes, this is because I'm not taking my air filter out of the box.
Yes.
This is just to pre-filter the box so there's all the dirt into it.
Yes. Yes.
So this is my own little
That makes
custom.
total sense.
custom
Do you have a
theory.
second one of these, or do they sell them singles?
They do some on singles.
Okay.
It was like
wow,
$12.
that's genius. Doing the zip tie to keep it tight. That is
So
very smart.
What I'm gonna do is put a silicone coupler over this with a band.
I remember
clamp.
you telling your dad that. Yeah, when
Yeah.
your dad was out in the shop.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna use the zip tie to hold tension on it. Put the coupler on it. Cut the zip tie from inside the coupler and
Yes.
pull it out.
Yep.
That way it's actually captured in there.
Yep.
But that way it can hold tension on it. Covers all
Yep.
the holes.
I mean, you could leave the zip tie in.
I
it,
might.
too.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's not gonna.
This end sticks out a little bit.
It's
far.
not.
Well,
this isn't
so-
the direct. This is just ambient air that's not getting
Yeah.
pulled through the intake yet. After the filter, it'll have more
Yes.
suction.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah.
This I would say you could leave the zip tie because
might.
leaving it on, I don't think you're losing.
No, I'm not
You're
worried about-
losing decimals.
I'm not worried
worth.
about losing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
once
And
the
if
clamp is
anything,
on there.
you could
Right.
roll the zip tie around
Inside
so
out
that
and
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that way
so
the
the
big
tab
part
is
is
inside
on the
Yep,
inside.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
This was half just for the picture. Then I'm like, wait, this actually works really good.
Yeah.
Like I
Fuck.
should keep this. So maybe I'll do like 2 in a cross pattern or something. That way they're
Yeah.
not sticking
Yep.
way out. But this is my little pre-screen to keep the intake clean because it
Correct.
fills full of dirt
That's
very quickly.
Pretty fucking good idea.
Yeah. So it was like a $40 pre-filter, but it'll go right onto the side of my box, clean air, bada bing, bada boom. Don't have to buy a new $20 filter every time I race the car
Yeah.
because they clog up bad.
Yeah.
Let's just get a K&N and you can wash it.
I can't. Well, I can. I could put a K.
Yeah, you can put I have a stock replacement K&N.
I have a Wix racing filter in there now, and it's clogged solid.
Yeah.
It weighs twice as much as it should
You just
now.
throw that on the ground a couple times and it cleans it out.
I buy like the $6 ones off Amazon and just replace them every race.
Buy the 10-pack.
I would if they sold them. I would.
Hey, I'm still running the same Spectre for about
Makes you wonder
9 months now.
how much dirt it hides in
Oh,
there.
there's got to be a lot.
But mine literally pulls
the
from
housing
where the
is
tire-
full of rust. I can only imagine how much shit's in the filter.
Mine's
part
just
of it.
filled with oil.
Yeah. But while we were doing
a lot of things
Michael's
are filled
car,
with oil and transmission fluid right now.
doing
so.
Michael's car on Tuesday, we took a break and threw my transmission back in.
Looks complete.
It is back in the place.
Hell yeah.
All the bolt. It didn't want to line up the splines very well, so you're kind of beating on it, and the dowels don't want to line up, so you're beating on it and pushing on it, and then it's finally in, and then none of the motor mounts line up, so you're beating on it and pushing on it. But we started, I got there after work. By about 8:30, I think I had the two motor mounts, the one on the top and the one on the back, mounted in. I'm like, that's enough for today. Going home. So this is where it's at right now.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
loosely in there, but
Transmission's in. You turn the crank pulley, it turns the output of the diff. Everything
Perfect.
seems good.
Nice. Yep.
Nothing seems bound up or tight, so I think it should go back together
Nice.
pretty easy. I'll probably do this work tomorrow, but
Nice.
out of everything that went wrong,
I
this
see
one bolt,
aluminum.
Yes, this was very weird because I saw this
because you happen to
in
be
real life.
because you were going to get your wheels, and I'm like, just stop back here on the way through.
Yeah, your
But
mom had some rum cake for me.
did you have it?
No.
What do you
Pussy.
mean,
I haven't eaten it yet.
you son of a bitch?
I've been
You
busy.
It has rum in it. How did you not consume
It's
it
all-
on the spot?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're in
Right.
trouble for that. But
Okay,
anyway,
fair enough. I'm gonna have it
somehow this bolt galled full of aluminum and then backed out, leaving all the rest of the threads in the transmission fine.
tonight, which is crazy because if you fucking
It
look
stole what it needed and then left
Like,
what it didn't.
But it's all the way
It
up to
is
the end of the
fucking
thread.
filled.
There's 6 threads full of aluminum.
Yeah.
that's what blows my mind. How it just backed itself out completely fucking fine.
It, like, you look at the threads inside the case, there's like 3 missing.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are fine. Somehow it just
You
squeezed
throw a
through
little
all of it.
Loctite on that one.
Well,
Or something.
I tried. I hit this with a pick trying to get it out. It will not come out.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
stuck,
Oh, I'll
stuck.
say, yeah, you had to replace this bolt
It-
or no?
So I went to Rural King Wednesday night to
Yeah.
get the new bolt. This bolt is 60 millimeters long,
they don't have them
and
that
it's
long,
extra fine thread.
of course.
They have
Oh.
50s and 100s. It's like,
so get a
God.
100 and cut it down.
but there's no.
No.
It's not threaded fully, so I can't
Yeah.
cut it
No,
down.
yeah.
I fucking hate that.
So I'm like, well, I'm buying a 50, and whatever it holds, it holds. I just put it at the very bottom.
I mean,
of
it's
the
not
bell
using
housing.
the last fucking eighth, between
Yeah.
eighth and quarter inch of the threads.
So the problem is it ends about right here.
yeah.
So it's using 4 of the bad threads, but I'm like, I'm like,
There's still
it's a $6 bolt. I don't want to order a 10-pack off Big Mastercard for $30.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's on the very bottom of the bell housing. It's already all sucked together with the rest of the bolts.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
you
put
just
this
throw
one
it
in.
Loctite on that one.
Yeah.
Just blue Loctite, just regular shit.
Yeah,
Call it good
it'll
enough.
be fine.
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yep.
How many
That's-
bolts hold the bell housing on?
I don't know, like 6 or something.
Yeah, you don't need.
And that's all.
Yeah, you don't need 6. 5's enough.
It's already got 5 in it. It's not
Yeah,
going anywhere.
it's fine.
But,
It ain't going fucking
it
nowhere.
ain't going nowhere. But
Correct.
so I'll put the 150 in, and that should be fine enough. But
Wow.
that's where I'm at. So hopefully this weekend I can get that mostly finished assembled. The last things I need are coming Sunday. That's the fluid for that because it takes specifically Honda fucking MTF fluid. Otherwise it'll explode because fucking why wouldn't
Same
it?
with Subarus. The Subaru manual transmissions are very picky.
It
as
wants
well, so-
one fluid
yeah,
and
pretty
that's
much.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that stuff's showing up Sunday, so I should be able to put. I'm hoping I can get it almost all together tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Saturday's our banquet for fucking Ducks Unlimited, and then Sunday I can finish it off.
Sunday
pour some fluid
afternoon,
in.
you'll wander out and be like, "Yep, let's
Or-
finish it up and take her for a little spin."
or I just do nothing.
yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
also true.
But I got to
Yeah.
break this clutch in, so I'm like,
You're gonna go around the country mile around your parents' house.
Because we have 3 weeks till rally.
no, it ain't
It's
three,
three-
it's 4 weeks.
It's 3 weeks.
It's not.
It's
It's
3
Thursday today.
it's
so
one-
it might-
3 weeks and some
3,
change.
4.
What is
it's
it that-
4 weeks and 3 days.
18th, 19th.
Today's the
20th?
27th. It's a month from
it the
today.
20th?
It's
3,
It's 30 days from
What
today.
day is it?
The 27th.
21, 22,
Oh,
23.
It's exact-
It's 24.
It's 1 month. Today is the 27th.
24 days.
Today is the 27th.
Yes.
It is on April 27th. That is exactly 1 month. That's
Oh,
30 days.
sorry. I was looking at Easter Sunday. Not
Damn, that's
rally number
crazy,
one.
dude. He didn't try to tell you 10 times in a row or
crazy.
anything.
But he's got
Fuck me, my bad.
he's got the calendar.
The family calendar.
yeah, you just can't fucking read. That's all.
Yep.
That's bold coming from you.
I've been doing fine. I'm
been-
fucked up off fucking
I've been reading-
moonshine,
I've been
but I'm
reading
still
so
reading
much.
straight.
Yeah.
I just weed all the time.
I think we're done here, aren't we,
Yep.
fellas?
I
Yep.
need to go home.
I'm tired.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.